Sleep doesn't come easy for everyone all the time. Sometimes it is a test of the will, and it takes hours to arrive, and we wake up even more tired instead of feeling relaxed and rested. Sleep is also as important to our existence and survival as the food we eat and the water we drink. Just think of how you were the last time you didn't get enough sleep. You were probably cranky, forgetful, and slow. We take sleep for granted even though it's one third of our lives. Not only it's a big part of our existence, but also the effects of sleep on the rest of our lives make the biggest difference. Now imagine the time you got the best sleep of your life. Maybe some things fell in order that led to that 10 out of 10 sleep, but you have no idea how and why it happened. The big question is, what life would you have if you know how to get that sleep for the rest of your life? How would feel? In what would you put all that immense energy? Sleep is more than just rest. It is essential for the mind and body's basic functions. Neglecting sleep signals a lack of self-care, and even with a balanced diet and regular exercise, insufficient sleep can undermine these efforts. This book offers practical tips to minimize tossing and turning, helping you achieve the restorative sleep necessary for health. It suggests modifications to your environment as well as dietary adjustments. By changing your habits and respecting the importance of sleep, you can effortlessly drift off at night and wake up refreshed and ready for a productive day. Sleep is the highest form of unconscious self-love, serving as a vital mechanism for resetting both the body and the brain. It is during sleep that essential processes regeneration, memory cell consolidation, and hormone regulation occur, making it crucial for our overall well-being. While humans are awake about 66% of the time, other species display varied sleep patterns, underscoring the universal need for deep relaxation across the animal kingdom. Sleep luxury, but a fundamental necessity for all life on Earth. It enhances cognitive immune health and stabilizes functions, supports mood, enabling us to function effectively during our waking hours. In fact, researchers have found that adequate sleep can improve creativity and problem-solving abilities, clearly illustrating its role in not just innovation, restoring energy, but also lead to conversely, chronic sleep deprivation can serious health issues, including a weakened immune system, increased stress levels, and impaired decision-making. As we navigate distractions, recognizing the importance of sleep becomes vital. Developing good sleep hygiene, such as establishing a calming bedtime routine and creating a conducive sleep environment, can profoundly impact our overall health. Prioritizing sleep is an act of self-care that allows us to thrive, emphasizing that we cannot. In essence, embracing the restorative powers of sleep can lead to healthier, happier lives, better preparing us to face each day with energy and clarity. Humans have managed to survive hundreds of days without food and even extended periods without exercise. But when is starkly it comes to sleep, the situation different? While it's possible to go without sleep for several nights, such deprivation is limited to roughly 3 to 4 days before experiencing severe consequences, as our bodies cannot function without this essential restorative process. Water constitutes about 60% of our body, and when that percentage drops by just 2%, we instinctively feel thirsty and reach for a glass of water. However, when it comes to sleep, we often overlook its importance in favor of staying up late or prioritizing other activities. When put into perspective, this neglect seems quite strange, doesn't it? We frequently sacrifice precious hours of sleep for the sake of making more money, chasing after fleeting pleasures, or simply keeping pace with a busy lifestyle. Ironically, research indicates that the cumulative benefits of a good night's sleep far outweigh the perceived advantages of those additional waking hours. Those 16 hours of wakefulness can easily be compromised by inadequate rest, diminishing our productivity, creativity, and overall quality of life. In fact, embracing a regular sleep schedule can empower us to reach our goals more effectively, enhance our cognitive functions, and extend our lifespan. When we prioritize sleep, we not only feel better, but also cultivate a higher level of enjoyment in our daily lives. By making a conscious effort to respect and nurture our sleep needs, we set ourselves up for greater success and fulfillment. proving that investing in rest is one of the most effective strategies for achieving a balanced and rewarding life. Chapter 1. The Fundamentals of Sleep. 1. The Stages of Sleep. As you close your eyes at night and wake up the next morning, a multitude of processes occurs within your body, much like a computer updating software while it's turned off. During sleep, your brain engages in crucial reset functions, allowing emotions' restorative problems to be solved, the immune system to strengthen, and memories to be consolidated. This restorative action is essential for overall health, enabling you to function optimally during your waking hours. Sleep is not merely a simple block of time, but rather a complex cycle involving different stages. You may have noticed how someone can sleep so soundly that nearby noise, like a chainsaw, fails to wake them, while other times the slightest sound startles them awake. These varied responses further demonstrate how essential sleep stages are in regulating our sleep cycles. Additionally, moments of waking in a sweat from nightmares stem from different levels of sleep depth. There are two primary types of sleep: non-rapid eye movement, NREM sleep, and rapid eye movement, REM sleep, which alternate in roughly 90-minute cycles throughout the night. NREM sleep is subdivided into 4 stages, each progressively deeper. As you move from stage 1 to stage 4, brain activity slows down significantly, with stages 3 and 4 representing the deepest sleep, making it much harder to awaken someone during these phases compared to the lighter stages. The sleep cycle begins with non-rapid eye movement, NREM sleep, which progresses through a series of stages from lighter to deeper levels of rest. This initial phase is crucial for physical restoration and prepares your brain for more restorative functions. Following the NREM stages, the cycle transitions into rapid eye movement, REM sleep, where dreams are most vivid, alternating and brain sequence of NREM and REM sleep repeats throughout the night, typically in intervals of about 90 minutes. To better understand this cycle, researchers use a sleep chart known as a hypnogram. This visual representation displays the various states of brain activity during sleep. On a hypnogram, wakefulness is plotted at the top, while the deepest stages of sleep are shown at the bottom. The horizontal axis represents the hours of the night, commonly ranging from around 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. The through chart different stages over time, highlighting the dynamic nature of sleep as it cycles between NREM and REM phases. Throughout the night, we transition between 2 main types of sleep: non-rapid eye movement, NREM, and rapid eye movement, REM sleep, cycling approximately every 90 minutes. This cyclical nature of sleep is essential for our physical and mental health. In the early part of the night, our sleep mainly consists of deep NREM sleep, which plays a critical role in bodily as marked by significant restoration. This stage physiological changes, including decreased heart rate, reduced blood pressure, and increased blood flow to muscles. During deep NREM sleep, the body engages in crucial processes such as tissue repair, muscle growth, and immune system strengthening, making it vital for overall health. Deep NREM sleep is often broken down into 3 stages, with stage 3 being classified as slow-wave sleep, SWS, the deepest level of sleep where the restorative effects are most pronounced. Typically, the first cycle of deep NREM sleep lasts about 60 to 90 minutes, and as the night progresses, subsequent cycles contain shorter durations of deep sleep. By about 30 to 45 minutes into the first cycle, individuals enter stage 3 deep NREM sleep, during which it becomes much harder to wake someone. This stage is crucial, particularly in the first half of the night, as it is where the body performs much of its reparative functions. As the night continues, we begin to shift towards REM sleep, where dreaming occurs and brain activity increases. In contrast to NREM sleep, REM sleep is characterized by increased heart rate and faster breathing, resembling wakefulness. The amount of time spent increases with each successive cycle, often peaking in the early morning hours. The first REM period may last only a few minutes, but later cycles can extend this duration to in REM sleep, generally 20 to 30 minutes or longer. By the end of a full night's sleep, approximately 20 to 25% of total sleep time is spent in REM sleep, which is crucial for cognitive functions such as memory consolidation, problem solving, and emotional resilience. The importance of both NREM and REM sleep cannot be overstated as maintaining our health. While NREM sleep primarily focuses on physical restoration, REM sleep is essential for mental processing and emotional regulation. The loss of either type of sleep can have significant repercussions. For instance, waking up at 6 a.m. may seem to cut only 25% of an average 8-hour sleep schedule, but it can disproportionately affect REM sleep, leading to a loss of 60 to 90% of that critical stage. This is particularly harmful since REM sleep is often most abundant in the latter half of the night. They serve complementary. Going to bed at 2 a.m. and waking up at 8 a.m. may provide a similar total sleep duration. But this schedule significantly reduces deep NREM sleep, which is critical for physical recovery. Missing deep NREM sleep means losing essential restorative processes that support immune function, metabolic health, cognitive performance, and long-term resilience. Accumulating sleep debt over time is even more damaging. Unlike financial debt, sleep debt cannot be easily repaid. Chronic sleep deprivation weakens the immune system, increases the risk of heart disease and diabetes, impairs cognitive function, and is associated with a shorter lifespan. Understanding how sleep cycles work and how each stage uniquely supports health highlights why prioritizing high-quality sleep is essential for both physical and mental well-being. We are familiar with the three macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fats, and their importance for health. What is often overlooked is that sleep functions like a fourth macronutrient. Just as the body requires a balanced intake of nutrients, it also requires balanced, structured sleep to function optimally. Advice like, get 8 hours of sleep is similar to saying, eat healthy fats. It points in the right direction but lacks precision. Many people still feel tired despite sleeping 7 to 8 hours because sleep quality, structure, and timing are ignored. Just as missing one macronutrient harms health, neglecting key elements of sleep leads to poor recovery and performance. Sleep is a multidimensional process that requires balance. This can be summarized by 4 pillars, abbreviated as QQRT: quantity, quality, rhythm, and timing. Sleep duration is the foundation of the system. Without sufficient total sleep time, the other pillars cannot function properly. To wake up refreshed, the body must complete full sleep cycles, which average about 90 minutes. Most people need around 6 cycles per night, or roughly 8 to 9 hours of sleep, to achieve full recovery. Sleep cycles vary between individuals and even night to night, typically ranging from 60 to 120 minutes. As a practical guideline, aiming for 6 complete cycles allows the body to pass through all necessary restorative stages and minimizes sleep debt. A simple way to assess whether you're waking at the end of a sleep cycle is to turn off your alarm and observe when you wake naturally. If you wake after roughly 8 hours and feel refreshed, you likely aligned with your internal rhythm. If alarms regularly wake you feeling groggy, shifting your wake time by 30 to 40 minutes earlier or later may help you wake at a more optimal point in the cycle. Missing even one sleep cycle contributes to sleep debt. While a single poor night can be partially recovered, chronic deficits accumulate and lead to long-term health consequences. Because sleep cycles cannot be shortened or hacked, duration remains the most critical pillar. The goal is not just time in bed, but completing enough full cycles. Naps do contribute to total sleep time, but they come with caveats. While short naps can restore alertness, the frequent need to nap often signals insufficient or poor quality nighttime sleep. Sleep quality and sleep hygiene: how to build rest that actually restores. Timing is crucial when it comes to napping. If you nap too late, you can disrupt nighttime sleep and create a chain reaction of fatigue the next day. To get the benefits without the downside, keep naps short and early, ideally in the first half of the day, and no longer than 20 to 30 minutes. Longer naps increase the chance you enter deeper stages of sleep, and waking from those stages often causes grogginess and sleep inertia. Set an alarm before you fall asleep so the nap restores you instead of stealing sleep from your night. As infants, humans naturally sleep 12 to 18 hours in short blocks, a polyphasic pattern. As we grow, we shift into a monophasic pattern, sleeping in one consolidated block. Sleep needs also vary by season for some people, with more sleep often needed in winter than in summer. Tracking helps. Use a sleep tracker or simply note bedtime, wake time, and how you feel. Devices like Aura or Whoop can be useful, but even pen and paper works if you stay consistent. When someone asks, "How well did you sleep?" they are really asking about sleep quality, not just duration. Sometimes you wake up refreshed after 6 or 7 hours, and the reason is simple. Restorative sleep depends heavily on how much deep NREM and REM sleep you get, and how uninterrupted those stages are. Light sleep matters, but deep NREM and REM are where most recovery and brain level reset happen. Deep sleep quality is not random. It depends on whether you align with your natural cycle, keep your bedroom cool, manage energy expenditure during the day, and protect the sleep environment from disruption by light, noise, and temperature swings. Diet matters too, along with minimizing reliance on sleep aids. Each of these variables either supports deep sleep or pushes you into lighter stages. This is why sleep often gets worse in unfamiliar places like hotels. Your brain treats a new environment as potentially unsafe, so it keeps you in lighter sleep to stay more alert to unfamiliar sounds or light changes. The implication is obvious. Your bedroom should be treated like a sleep sanctuary. The more your brain associates that space with safety and rest, the more easily you access deep sleep. Deep sleep behaves like a switch inside your sleep architecture. When conditions are right, it becomes easier to drop into deep sleep, and once you are there, waking up is difficult. That is why waking from deep sleep can feel disorienting, but also why waking after deep sleep often feels amazing. You surface restored, clear, and physically recovered. Sleep quality is influenced by many interacting factors, including environment, comfort, heart rate, and digestion. This is why 8 hours after a late night of poor habits can feel worse than 6 hours under optimized conditions. In many cases, quality can beat quantity, but only when the fundamentals are already in place. A key distinction: sleep hygiene is what you do in the last hours before bed to create optimal conditions for sleep, including your wind-down routine. Daily habits are everything you do before that point: caffeine timing, exercise timing, stress exposure, light exposure, and food timing. Confusing these two leads people to fix the wrong problem. Falling asleep is not an on-off switch. It is a transition. Melatonin and adenosine help drive this transition, but modern life blocks them. Blue light and bright junk light in the evenings suppress melatonin. Late caffeine blocks adenosine and keeps the brain in problem-solving mode, which turns into racing thoughts when you actually need calm. Sleep hygiene is basically clearing mental and environmental clutter so the transition can happen smoothly. Dim lights in the evening, use blackout curtains, and eliminate unnecessary stimulation. Keep screens out of the bedroom or stop using them well before bed. Read a physical book, do mindfulness, or use gentle stretching instead. Consistency matters. Going to bed and waking up at the same time trains your internal clock and reduces sleep latency. Your mental state is part of hygiene. A short journaling session clears worries. Breathing exercises lower arousal. A warm shower helps the body cool afterward, supporting sleep onset. None of these are extra. They are the difference between lying awake and dropping into sleep naturally. A. Hormone regulation: melatonin, adenosine, and adrenaline. Sleep depends on hormones working together. Melatonin is your darkness hormone, and light suppresses it. Reduce bright light and screens 2 to 3 hours before bed, and keep the bedroom dark to support melatonin release. Use blackout curtains and warm, dim lighting in the final hour. Adenosine is sleep pressure. It builds throughout the day and makes you sleepy at night. Caffeine blocks adenosine. So late caffeine delays sleepiness and can damage deep sleep even if you still fall asleep. Keep caffeine earlier in the day so adenosine can do its job. Adrenaline is the enemy of sleep onset. Stress, intense workouts, heated conversations, and stimulating media spike adrenaline, raising heart rate and keeping the nervous system activated. Protect the final hours of the day with calming rituals so adrenaline naturally declines. A consistent bedtime routine is how you train the body to switch states. Dim lights, shut off screens, do quiet activities, and repeat the same sequence nightly. People who jump into bed expecting instant sleep usually skip the transition period, then wonder why they feel wired. Humans are creatures of association. If your bed is used for Netflix, eating, scrolling, and work, your brain does not label it as sleep space. Reserve the bed for sleep and intimacy only. Over time, your brain will start initiating sleep automatically when you enter that environment. Optimize the room, make it completely dark, quiet, and cool. Around 17 degrees Celsius or 65 Fahrenheit tends to be ideal for many people. Consider a sleep mask and earplugs if needed. Airflow matters. Even small improvements here can increase deep sleep and reduce awakenings. Practical sleep hygiene checklist. Use blackout curtains and a sleep mask to create darkness and association. Write down worries and tasks to clear mental clutter. Keep work items and screens out of the bedroom. Reduce noise with white noise if needed. Keep the room cool with good ventilation. Stop phone use before bed. Prioritize a supportive mattress and ensure fresh air and reduced allergens. Light, morning exposure, and circadian rhythm. The day starts the night before and the night is shaped by the day. The strongest lever you have for circadian rhythm is light. Morning light signals wakefulness and sets the clock for sleep later. Darkness triggers melatonin and sleepiness. To anchor your rhythm, get outside within minutes of waking and expose your eyes to natural light for 5 to 8 minutes. This simple habit strengthens the sleep-wake cycle. When you align with the sun, energy tends to peak in the morning and decline in the evening. Body temperature rises during the day and drops at night, supporting sleep onset. This cooling is not optional. The body typically needs to cool by about 1 degree Celsius to fall asleep efficiently. Morning light helps lock this pattern in place, making nighttime cooling easier. Exercise also supports the system. Regular activity earlier in the day helps regulate temperature and expends physical energy, so you are ready for sleep at night. Too little activity often results in mental fatigue with physical restlessness. Napping fits into this picture as a tool, not a default. Short naps can refresh you, but long or late naps disrupt the clock and reduce nighttime sleep drive. Keep naps short, early, and intentional. Some people also benefit from breathwork in the morning to increase alertness and support rhythm. Grounding or spending time barefoot on natural surfaces is sometimes used to reduce inflammation and promote a calmer nervous system. But its impact varies and should be treated as an experiment, not a guarantee. Rest, diet, and the brain. Sleep and diet are a loop. Poor sleep impairs the prefrontal cortex, reducing impulse control and making processed foods more tempting. It also increases reliance on the amygdala, driving emotional eating and increasing hunger via ghrelin. That leads to worse food choices, weight gain, and worse sleep. Diet also affects sleep directly. Heavy meals, sugar, and ultra-processed foods close to bedtime increase digestion load and can disrupt deep sleep. During sleep, your energy should go to recovery, not digestion. Many people sleep best semi-fasted, with their last meal at least 2 hours before bed, ideally light. Across research patterns, Mediterranean-style eating often correlates with better sleep. Whole foods, fiber, healthy fats, fruits and vegetables, and minimal processing. Practical rules. Eat 2 to 3 meals earlier in the day. Prioritize nutrient density and fiber. Reduce heavy refined carbs and sugars, and avoid inflammatory foods. Certain nutrients matter for sleep. Start with diet, then fill gaps. Common additions people consider include vitamin B6, glycine, tryptophan, magnesium, zinc, vitamin D3 with K2, and GABA. But deficiencies and needs vary. Avoid the major sleep disruptors: alcohol, late caffeine, spicy foods close to bedtime, and processed sugar. These are consistent drivers of poorer deep sleep and more awakenings. Regularity, the underrated superpower. The third pillar of sleep is regularity: consistent bedtime and wake time. Regularity makes the entire system automated. Melatonin rises at the right time, adenosine aligns correctly, and you tend to drift toward lighter sleep near wake time, often waking naturally just before your alarm. Habit formation takes time. On average, it can take around 2 months of consistency for a routine to feel automatic. Weekends are where most people destroy progress. If you want high-performance sleep, keep a stable schedule even on weekends. An occasional late night is not a disaster, but making it a pattern is. Two systems control sleep: circadian rhythm, the 24-hour clock, and adenosine, the sleep pressure signal. Circadian rhythm also drives temperature changes, which peak and drop predictably. Regularity strengthens this entire cycle and improves sleep performance. Large population studies show that regular sleep timing is strongly linked to better health outcomes and lower mortality risk, sometimes even more strongly than sleep duration. The takeaway is simple: consistency is not optional if you want predictable, deep sleep and high daily performance. Even small deviations in sleep timing can raise sleep latency and reduce deep and REM sleep, which then demands additional recovery later. People stay up late thinking they are gaining time, but they often lose it the next day through lower focus, worse decision-making, slower reading and learning, and longer recovery from training. Chronotype Blueprint. Build a day that matches your biology. Chronotype is your body's built-in preference for when you feel naturally alert and when you feel naturally sleepy. It is not mindset, it is biology. If you fight it, you don't become disciplined. You become chronically under-recovered, foggy, and inconsistent. If you align with it, your output increases with less effort because you stop forcing your system to run at the wrong times. Why chronotype matters. Your circadian rhythm is the master clock that coordinates your hormones, temperature, alertness, hunger, and recovery. Light is the strongest cue, but movement, food timing, and temperature also shape the clock. When morning light enters your eyes, it signals your brain's central clock to start the day's hormonal cycles. When evenings are dark and calm, melatonin rises and your body cools, making sleep easier. If your schedule is misaligned, like forcing a night owl body into an early bird routine, you pay a cost. You may still get hours, but you lose quality, especially deep NREM and REM consistency. Over time, that reduces performance, increases stress, and makes everything harder than it needs to be. A simple day template that fits most people. This example assumes a standard early schedule: sleep around 9:30 p.m., wake around 6:30 a.m. If you're a later chronotype, shift the entire schedule later by 1 to 4 hours instead of copying the times. 6:30 a.m. Wake plus light plus hydration. Get out of bed quickly. Get 4 to 10 minutes of outdoor light exposure and drink water. Add simple breathing to wake the nervous system and clear sleep inertia. 7 to 9:30 a.m. Light cognitive work. Use this window for planning, simple execution, admin, or creative outlining. Willpower and focus are typically strong, but you may still be warming up. 9:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Deep work peak. This is often the best window for hard problem-solving, decision-making, and complex tasks. If you drink coffee, this is the cleanest timing for many people. 12 to 2 p.m., downshift and reset. Eat a light meal, walk, get outside, or do a short decompression break. If you nap, keep it 20 to 30 minutes and do it early. 2 to 6 p.m., second performance peak. Strength, coordination, and physical output often peak here. making it a strong training window. Mentally, creativity and flexibility tend to rebound. Push, but don't spike adrenaline too close to night. 6 to 8 p.m. Social plus low stress productivity. Energy naturally drops, which is useful. Finish hard training and your last heavy meal by this time. Use the evening for light work, reflection, socializing, and calm creative output. 8 to 9:15 p.m. Wind down protocol. Protect melatonin. No bright screens, no late food, no mental firefights. Journal, plan tomorrow, take a warm shower, stretch, read, or do intimacy. The goal is a smooth transition, not a forced shutdown. The Desert Island Test. A fast way to learn your chronotype. Imagine you have no obligations, no screens, no artificial light, only sun and darkness. After several days, what sleep-wake pattern appears naturally? That pattern is closer to your true chronotype than your current routine. Chronotype isn't just wake preference. Most online quizzes focus on whether you like mornings. That's incomplete. Two people can wake at the same time but have different sleep drive. How sleepy they get at night, how deep they sleep, and how quickly they build sleep pressure. A better self-assessment includes when you feel naturally sleepy without forcing it, when your best focus happens, when your best physical output happens, how you feel if you keep the same schedule for 10 to 14 days. Tools like the morningness, eveningness questionnaire can help, but your real data is your body. After a bad night, do not fix it with chaos. If you slept poorly, the best move is to keep the day normal. Don't sleep in, don't take long naps, don't crash early. Why? Adenosine. Sleep pressure builds while you're awake. If you sleep in or nap long, you delay the buildup and you won't be sleepy at bedtime. Circadian rhythm. Your internal clock loves consistency. Big shifts confuse it and prolong the disruption. A clean recovery protocol. Wake at your normal time. Avoid long naps if needed, 10 to 20 minutes before 3 p.m. Don't overuse caffeine and keep bedtime consistent. Get morning light and normal activity. Regularity is the highest ROI strategy when life is stressful. Even if sleep is slightly shorter for a few nights, a consistent schedule makes deep sleep timing more predictable. Why I'm not a morning person isn't laziness. If you wake someone 4 hours before their natural wake time and demand high performance, they will look lazy and irritable because they are biologically misaligned. Evening types forced into early schedules live this experience constantly. Different chronotypes likely served an evolutionary purpose. Some members of a group sleeping earlier, and others later means the group wasn't vulnerable all at once. The 5 chronotype ranges. These are rough preferred sleep windows, not rules. Extreme morning, approximately 8 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. Morning, approximately 9:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. Neutral, approximately 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Evening, approximately 12:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Extreme evening, approximately 2:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Problems happen when you force a chronotype into a schedule it can't biologically sustain. Morning types staying up late still wake early and accumulate sleep debt. Evening types, forced to sleep early, just lie awake, then wake unrefreshed. Practical way to find your chronotype. Do a simple 2-week experiment. Pick a consistent wake time and keep it daily. Get morning outdoor light within 30 minutes of waking. Keep caffeine early. Stop bright light 2 hours before bed. Track. Bedtime sleepiness, sleep latency, morning energy. Best focus window, best training window. After 10 to 14 days, patterns become obvious. Your job is not to copy someone else's routine. Your job is to build a schedule that matches your biology and your career goals. Then protect it with consistency. If you want, paste your current wake time, bedtime, caffeine timing, and when you feel your best focus and best training, and I'll map your exact schedule using this framework, combining timing and regularity. Aligning your sleep schedule with natural rhythms is essential for optimizing sleep quality. This involves waking up at the same time each day, in accordance with your chronotype, the body's natural tendency to sleep at specific times. By combining regularity and timing, you can achieve high-quality sleep consistently, leading to restful nights. Establishing and maintaining a consistent sleep rhythm fosters long-term success and allows your patterns to function on autopilot. Some individuals experience sleep issues due to lifestyle choices related to time management, caffeine, and food, while for others, these problems may signify deeper underlying conditions affecting their ability to fall asleep. Understanding common sleep disorders is crucial for identifying symptoms and seeking solutions. Insomnia is perhaps the most recognized sleep disorder, preventing individuals from falling asleep or obtaining sufficient rest. Insomnia sufferers can endure days without adequate sleep, leading to significant frustration and health risks. There is a strong correlation between the rise in insomnia diagnoses and factors like artificial light, smart devices, and increased sugar consumption. Over the past 30 years, the prevalence of insomnia has surged by 10%, largely influenced by modern lifestyle habits. Fortunately, some cases of insomnia can be managed without medical less on daily stressors, and incorporating sleep hygiene practices can improve sleep quality. By establishing healthy greatly habits and a consistent schedule, many individuals can alleviate insomnia symptoms. Some studies suggest that nearly 40% of those affected can treat their insomnia through lifestyle changes. Intervention. Focusing. Narcolepsy, also known as hypnolepsy, is characterized by excessive daytime sleepiness due to the destruction of neurons that produce hypocretin, a crucial neurotransmitter regulating wakefulness. Individuals with narcolepsy experience sleepiness, comparable to those who have been awake for 24 to 48 hours, making it a challenging condition that requires specialized management. To manage narcolepsy effectively, incorporating biohacks throughout the day can be beneficial. Strategies include scheduled naps, maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, and engaging in short bursts of physical activity to enhance alertness. In the evening, it's essential to create an optimal sleep environment by keeping the bedroom dark, quiet, and cool, while also avoiding stimulants like caffeine and electronic screens before bedtime. Combining these approaches can help individuals with narcolepsy better manage their symptoms and improve overall sleep quality. Somnambulism, or sleepwalking, occurs during the slow-wave sleep stage and can lead to actions typically done while fully awake, such as sleep eating or sleep driving. Most people do not require specific treatment for sleepwalking. However, hypnosis and timed awakenings may help certain individuals. In some cases, medications like short-acting tranquilizers can reduce episodes, though they may also cause sleepiness. Involves periodic limb movement disorder. Involuntary limb movements during sleep, often occurring during dreams when the body fails to numb movements in REM sleep. If this becomes persistent, it's important to evaluate lifestyle factors, such as alcohol consumption before bed, which can disrupt the central nervous system, and to check for deficiencies like iron. Treatments for PLMD include and restless leg syndrome medications like pramipexole and ropinirole, while drugs such as clonazepam can help reduce limb movements and improve sleep quality. PLMD, RLS. Chapter 2. Sleep preparation. Think of the old car in your driveway. Starting it requires a careful sequence of levers and pedals. You don't just will it to life, you coax it. The creak of the door, the press of the clutch, the growl of ignition, and the patient waiting for the engine to hum in harmony are all part of the ritual. Only then does it propel you forward. Sleep requires a similar ritual, but in reverse. You lie down, close your eyes, and nothing. The pillow feels too warm, and your mind races with tomorrow's tasks, leaving you exhausted yet wide awake. A paradox akin to slamming the gas with the parking brake engaged. Here's the truth. Sleep cannot be commanded. It must be coaxed like that old car onto an open road. Miss a step or rush the process, and the system stalls. But when done correctly, the world softens and the engine purrs. Mastering sleep is a mastering ceremony, understanding its invisible rules. Certain actions invite slumber while others sabotage your efforts. Let timing guide you. dim the lights, turn off screens, and slow your thoughts, each action aligning perfectly, like tumblers clicking into place. This isn't about strict discipline. It's about harmonizing with your body's natural rhythms. In this next chapter, we will dive into the do's and the don't when it comes the time to prepare for sleep or to relax after a working day. Take them into account since it's valuable information. 15 plus to do and do nots before bed. The habits and tactics I'm about to explore are not only relevant for the pre-sleep phase, but also for midday and throughout the day, all aimed at preparing you for the best possible sleep. 1. Reduce or eliminate blue light and screen light 2 hours before bed. The invention of the light bulb, particularly the practical electric incandescent light bulb, in the late 19th century, had a profound impact on human sleep patterns and melatonin production. Prior to the widespread use of artificial lighting, people relied on natural light from the sun and candlelight, which dictated their daily schedules. With the advent of electric lighting, people were able to extend their waking hours well into the night, leading to significant changes in sleep behavior. Artificial light exposure, especially blue light emitted by modern LED screens and bulbs, can suppress melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep-wake cycles. When light enters our eyes, it signals the brain to reduce melatonin levels, making it harder to feel sleepy and leading to delayed sleep onset. As individuals began to stay awake longer, to engage in activities such as reading, watching television, and socializing, their circadian rhythms became disrupted. The overuse of artificial lighting has contributed to a societal trend of poor sleep hygiene, characterized by reduced sleep duration and diminished sleep quality. Many people now find themselves experiencing difficulties in falling asleep, staying asleep, or achieving restorative sleep. This disruption has been linked to a range of health issues, including increased stress, anxiety, and long-term sleep disorders. The invention of the light bulb and the rise of artificial lighting have disrupted our sleep patterns and melatonin production. This not only impairs our ability to feel sleepy and fall asleep quickly due to hormonal changes, but also leads to a racing mind, filled with constant information from our devices. While technology can enhance our lives, it is crucial to use it wisely to prevent compromising our health and disrupting the harmony of our internal biology. Those who can skillfully juggle the benefits of technology while adhering to their natural rhythms stand to gain the most in today's fast-paced world. To thrive in the technological ecosystem, it's essential to adopt habits and routines that help us stay grounded and maintain our humanity. While we know that screens before bed can disrupt our sleep, it's easy to become engrossed in binge-watching a Netflix series, scheduling meetings, or conducting research for upcoming projects. These activities often lead us away from restful sleep when we need it most. Fortunately, there are effective alternatives for managing screen time and reducing blue light exposure. Using blue light blocking glasses or apps can help mitigate the effects of late-night device use. Additionally, consider replacing computer tasks with handwritten notes or brainstorming sessions, which limit screen time and enhance creativity. We live in a tech-driven world where screens are unavoidable, be it your work laptop, your phone on the go, or your home TV. Consider this. Is staring at a screen the last thing you do before bed every night? The blue light emitted by these devices can disrupt our sleep cycles by interfering with melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. At night, this blue light signals to your brain that it's still day, keeping you alert even when it's actually time to rest. The blue light that is emitted from screens at nighttime signals your brain through the retina that it is daytime and that you don't need to feel sleepy or fall asleep anytime soon, even if it's the middle of the night. If you need to do some work in the evening, it's essential to mitigate the impact of blue light emitted by your devices. There are two effective methods to block or reduce blue light exposure. A. Blue light blocking glasses. Blue light blocking glasses are designed to filter out the bright light emitted from screens, helping your eyes avoid excessive exposure to blue light. This is particularly beneficial when using devices like computers or e-readers, such as Kindles, as it allows for the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. By wearing these glasses, you can enjoy reading or working without hindering your body's natural sleep signals. While you can find blue light blocking glasses in many places, choosing a reputable brand is important to ensure effectiveness. One highly recommended option is Barner brand. Their glasses provide reliable protection without compromising style or comfort. B. Blue light screen protector or app. In addition to wearing glasses, using a blue light screen protector or app can further assist in managing blue light exposure. These tools are particularly useful if you occasionally forget to put on your glasses. A blue light screen protector physically filters the light emitted from your device's display, while blue light filtering apps adjust the color temperature of your screen as evening approaches. One of the most popular and effective apps available is Flux, which can be installed on both computers and mobile devices. Flux automatically adjusts the color temperature of your display based on the time of day, reducing blue light exposure in the evening when it's most critical for your circadian rhythm. C. App Blocker. Here are some app blockers and blue light filtering tools for both desktop and mobile devices that can help you reduce blue light exposure and limit app usage after a certain hour. Twilight Android is an app that filters blue light by adjusting your screen's color temperature as the sun sets. It helps reduce eye strain and promotes better sleep by creating a warmer display at night. Night Shift iOS is a built-in feature on iPhones and iPads that reduces blue light exposure by adjusting the colors of your display to warmer tones after sunset. You can schedule it to activate automatically, helping to promote better sleep. If you're interested in diving deeper into the effects of blue light on sleep and circadian rhythms, there's a wealth of research on this topic. Numerous studies substantiate the correlation between nighttime blue light exposure and disruptions in the body's biological clock. One notable study highlights these findings and emphasizes the importance of managing light exposure for improving sleep outcomes. By taking these steps to reduce blue light exposure in your evening routine, you can foster better sleep quality and enhance your overall well-being. Reduce your heartbeat. Your ability to fall asleep and the overall quality of your sleep are closely connected to your heart rate. During the day, a normal resting heart rate ranges from 60 to 100 beats per minute, while during deep sleep it naturally slows to around 40 to 50 beats per minute. For restorative sleep to occur, your heart rate must decrease, and anything that keeps it elevated will delay sleep and reduce its quality. Several common factors can raise your heart rate in the evening and make falling asleep significantly more difficult. Intense exercise too close to bedtime keeps the nervous system stimulated and prevents the body from winding down. Stress, anxiety, and racing thoughts increase adrenaline levels, keeping the heart active and the mind alert. Stimulants, such as caffeine and nicotine, prolong nervous system activation and interfere with the natural transition into sleep. Dehydration forces the heart to work harder, while sugar consumed late in the evening creates energy spikes that disrupt the body's natural rhythm. Adjusting your daily routine can dramatically improve sleep quality. Eating your final meal earlier in the evening and training in the morning shortly after waking helps regulate your circadian rhythm and improves cardiovascular efficiency. Over time, this can lower your heart rate throughout the day and allow it to drop more effectively in the evening, sometimes by 20 to 30% compared to daytime peaks. A slower heart rate at night supports the body's natural shift into sleep, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Bedtime should be reserved for calm and relaxation. Activities that increase stimulation, even if enjoyable, can raise heart rate and delay sleep. Intense workouts, emotionally charged conversations, heavy meals, or unburned caffeine late in the evening all interfere with the body's ability to enter a restful state. Exercise boosts energy levels, and when done too late, that surge of alertness can keep you awake long after you lie down, disrupting deep sleep and recovery. If evening workouts are unavoidable, it is essential to leave at least 3 hours between exercise and bedtime. Without this buffer, your internal clock shifts later, sleep becomes delayed, and the cycle becomes increasingly difficult to correct. Prioritizing relaxation in the hours before sleep allows your heart rate to slow naturally and prepares the body for deep rest. Basics to reduce your heart rate. Lowering your heart rate begins with consistent daily habits. Practice relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or gentle yoga to reduce stress. Stay properly hydrated, as dehydration increases cardiovascular strain. Engage in moderate aerobic activity like walking or swimming to improve heart efficiency, while avoiding sudden intense workouts if you are untrained. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to reduce overall stress on the body. Support heart health with a balanced diet, rich in potassium and magnesium, while limiting excess sodium. Maintain a healthy body weight to reduce cardiac workload. Be aware of medications such as decongestants that may elevate heart rate. Take regular movement breaks during the day. Avoid overheating, and consider tracking your heart rate to identify patterns and triggers. Avoid stimulants such as caffeine, nicotine, and recreational drugs. Limit alcohol consumption, and avoid heavy meals late in the evening. Helpful practices before bed to lower heart rate. Begin with 6 minutes of gentle yoga and stretching. Spend 2 minutes in child's pose, kneeling with your hips resting on your heels and your arms stretched forward, breathing deeply into your belly while releasing tension from your back and shoulders. Then spend 3 minutes with your legs up against a wall, lying on your back and allowing your lower body to relax completely. Finish with 1 minute in a seated forward fold, gently reaching toward your toes while keeping your breath slow and relaxed. Next, spend 3 minutes on mindful breathing and a body scan. Practice the 4-7-8 breathing pattern, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8, repeating this cycle 3 times. Then, while lying down, mentally scan your body from your toes to your head, consciously softening areas like the jaw, shoulders, and forehead with each exhale. Finish with 1 minute of gratitude by mentally noting a single thing you are grateful for, such as a quiet moment or a peaceful evening. If time allows, add a minute of humming on the exhale to stimulate the vagus nerve or gentle neck and shoulder rolls to release remaining tension. For best results, dim the lights, reduce stimulation, and repeat this routine consistently so your body learns to associate it with sleep. Use pillows or supports for comfort, and allow your heart rate to slow naturally as your body prepares for rest. Make yourself comfortable. Everything starts in the mind. Comfort at bedtime is essential because without it, falling asleep becomes a struggle. Before your head touches the pillow, your goal is to enter a state of calm that allows sleep to happen naturally. There is no magic mattress or perfect object that guarantees deep sleep, but your mental state plays the most important role in guiding your body toward rest. When you intentionally slow your thoughts and focus on the single goal of sleeping, you create the foundation for a night of genuine recovery. Before bed, take a moment to mentally disconnect from the day. Let go of unfinished tasks, conversations, and worries, and direct your attention toward relaxation. By prioritizing mental stillness and adopting a peaceful mindset, your nervous system begins to downshift, making it easier for your body to follow. Temperature mastery, the chill zone. One of the most powerful yet overlooked sleep factors is temperature. A cooling mattress system, such as the 8 Sleep cooling mattress, or any mattress capable of adjusting body temperature, acts like a silent thermostat for your sleep environment. As you lie down, the surface gently cools to around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, matching your body's natural drop in temperature as melatonin rises. Throughout the night, it maintains a stable balance, keeping you comfortable during deep sleep and slowly warming as morning approaches, mimicking a natural sunrise. No sweating, no kicking off blankets, just uninterrupted rest in a perfectly regulated climate. Organic oasis, skin-friendly comfort. Your sheets matter more than most people realize. Organic cotton or linen sheets breathe naturally and feel like a second skin. They contain no harsh chemicals, no synthetic dyes, and no pesticide residue, only clean natural fibers that soften with every wash. Linen offers a breezy, cooling feel for hot sleepers, while cotton provides a smooth, cocoon-like softness. These fabrics work with your body instead of against it, turning sleep into a calming ritual rather than a physical battle. Grounding for calm, Earth's embrace. Beneath the sheets, some people choose to add a grounding layer, a conductive sheet connected to the Earth's natural electrical field. This practice is believed to help stabilize the body's electrical rhythms, allowing stress and tension to dissipate more easily. Whether its effects are physiological or psychological, the ritual itself encourages surrender and stillness. In the quiet of the night, feeling anchored to something stable and constant can be deeply calming. Pillow. Precision. Neck support done right. Your pillow should support your spine, not fight it. An anatomical pillow cradles the natural curve of your neck, supporting side sleepers by filling the gap between shoulder and ear, and back sleepers by gently supporting the base of the skull. Memory foam adapts to your shape, while shredded latex provides buoyant support without trapping heat. A properly chosen pillow prevents stiffness, reduces tension, and allows your entire spine to relax into alignment. Sleepwear. Less is more. What you wear to bed can either help or sabotage your sleep. Clothing that is too tight restricts movement and circulation, while loose, twisted fabrics can feel distracting. The ideal sleepwear feels almost invisible, soft, breathable, and flexible enough to move with your body. Organic bamboo fabric is an excellent choice, as it feels silky while remaining breathable and moisture-wicking. In colder conditions, merino wool blends or thermal cotton provide warmth without bulk. If you prefer sleeping naked, allowing your skin to contact organic sheets can improve natural temperature regulation. Socks and body temperature. Cold feet can quietly sabotage sleep. Wearing loose, breathable socks made from cotton or bamboo helps maintain circulation without constriction, signaling the body that it is safe to relax. The naked option. If pajamas irritate you, remove them. Sleeping without clothing eliminates fabric friction entirely, allowing your skin to breathe and reducing overheating. When combined with temperature regulation and high-quality sheets, your bed becomes a supportive environment rather than a source of discomfort. No alcohol in your system. That evening glass of wine may feel relaxing, but alcohol before bed actively disrupts sleep. Alcohol raises adrenaline levels and interferes with deep and REM sleep, reducing overall sleep quality by 10 to 40%. Even small amounts present in your system during sleep can fragment rest, worsen breathing issues, and disrupt your natural sleep rhythm. If you want a calming nighttime ritual, choose herbal tea or a glass of warm milk instead. If alcohol is consumed, minimizing its effects can help. Hydrating with electrolyte-rich beverages supports recovery. Protein-rich snacks can stabilize blood sugar. Vitamin B supplementation may offset depletion caused by alcohol. Relaxation practices such as deep breathing or meditation can help calm the nervous system before bed. Consider a spoon of honey before bed. A small spoonful of raw honey before bed may significantly improve sleep. According to sleep specialist Michael Bruce, honey helps stabilize blood sugar levels, reducing nighttime awakenings caused by cortisol spikes. When blood sugar drops too low during sleep, the brain releases stress hormones that wake you up. Honey provides a balanced mix of glucose and fructose that replenishes liver glycogen, preventing these disruptions. Honey also supports the release of serotonin, which helps regulate relaxation and sleep. It contains small amounts of tryptophan, an amino acid used to produce both serotonin and melatonin. Studies have shown that honey consumed before bed can improve sleep quality, including trials where milk and honey mixtures enhanced rest and reduced nighttime awakenings. For individuals sensitive to blood sugar spikes, low glycemic options like Tupelo honey may be preferable. Be cautious with caffeine. Caffeine is a powerful stimulant, and for many people, it lingers far longer than expected. Research shows that around 60% of people do not fully metabolize caffeine within 16 hours. A morning coffee containing 150 milligrams of caffeine may still leave active caffeine in your system the following night. reducing deep sleep by up to 30%. This effect is especially pronounced in slow metabolizers, who make up 60 to 70% of the population. To truly understand how caffeine affects your sleep, consider abstaining for 2 to 3 days and tracking your sleep quality, sleep latency, and morning energy levels. Compare the benefits of alertness against the cost to recovery. For those who metabolize caffeine efficiently, the optimal time to drink it is not immediately upon waking. During the first 90 to 120 minutes of the day, your adenosine system is naturally suppressed, making caffeine less effective. Waiting until after this window improves alertness and delays the afternoon crash. A simple alternative upon waking is cold water with salt and lemon, which activates the adrenal system naturally. Limiting caffeine to one well-timed cup per day supports better sleep and sustained energy. Use magnesium oil before sleep. Magnesium oil is a powerful natural aid for sleep, especially for people who fall asleep easily but struggle to stay asleep through the night. Made from magnesium chloride flakes dissolved in water, magnesium oil is easily absorbed through the skin and helps replenish magnesium levels at the cellular level, supporting nervous system relaxation and muscle calm. Magnesium oil can be used at full strength or diluted with an equal part of distilled water. Many people find full strength to be more effective, although a mild tingling sensation is normal. While it can be applied anywhere on the body, one of the most effective methods is massaging it into the soles of the feet. Applying it after a hot bath or shower can further enhance absorption, as warmth relaxes the muscles and opens the skin, allowing magnesium to penetrate more efficiently. After application, simply allow the oil to air dry. As your body absorbs the magnesium, you may notice a deep sense of calm spreading through your system, often followed by easier sleep onset and fewer nighttime awakenings. For a more intensive approach, consider a magnesium foot soak. Add 4 ounces of magnesium oil to a foot bath or large container. Then pour in enough warm water to comfortably submerge your feet. Soaking for 15 to 20 minutes can deeply relax the nervous system and create a powerful transition into sleep. Practicing this ritual a few times per week can significantly improve sleep quality over time. Timing your naps. Napping is not inherently bad, but poor timing and excessive duration can seriously disrupt nighttime sleep. If you choose to nap, limit it to 20 to 25 minutes. Anything longer increases the likelihood of entering deeper sleep stages, which interferes with your ability to fall asleep at night. Timing matters just as much as duration. Naps should occur before 3 p.m. Sleeping later in the afternoon delays your internal clock, making your body interpret the nap as a full sleep cycle. As a result, you feel alert late at night, wake up at your usual time, and accumulate sleep debt that carries into the next day. Frequent or poorly timed naps confuse the circadian rhythm and can dismantle your sleep structure entirely, requiring days or weeks to correct. Another downside of napping is sleep inertia. Falling asleep and waking up both take time. A 30-minute nap can easily turn into nearly an hour of lost productivity when you factor in grogginess before and after. If you need mental clarity for work, this can be counterproductive. That said, naps can be used strategically. A famous technique attributed to Salvador Dali and Albert Einstein involves an ultra-short nap designed to prevent deep sleep while refreshing the mind. Sit upright in a chair, hold a key loosely in your hand, and relax. As you begin to fall asleep, the key drops, waking you instantly. This prevents deep sleep while giving your brain a brief reset and creative boost. If napping consistently disrupts your sleep, don't force it. Prioritize going to bed earlier and sleeping in one consolidated cycle. Napping is not for everyone, and individual experimentation is essential. Avoid eating before bed. Your body can either digest or fully rest. It cannot do both efficiently at the same time. Eating close to bedtime interferes with sleep primarily by increasing heart rate and activating digestion. Even a small increase in resting heart rate, as little as 5%, can make falling asleep noticeably harder. When food is in your stomach, digestion demands energy, forcing the heart to work harder and keeping your nervous system active. To fall asleep quickly and remain in deep sleep, your resting heart rate must be low. Certain foods elevate heart rate more than others. Refined carbohydrates and sugars can raise heart rate by up to 13% within 30 minutes of eating and around 10% within the first hour. This effect is even stronger if you have fasted for several hours before eating. As a general guideline, finishing your last meal 3 to 4 hours before bed allows digestion to settle and heart rate to decline naturally. Gradually extending this fasting window can significantly improve sleep depth and quality. If sleeping on an empty stomach feels difficult at first, begin with smaller, easily digestible meals. Over time, your body adapts, and hunger-related awakenings diminish. If you choose to eat later, focus on sleep-supportive foods. Eggs provide melatonin and L-ornithine, both linked to improved sleep. Nuts, such as pistachios and almonds, contain natural melatonin. Oily fish like salmon supply omega-3 fats and melatonin. Steamed vegetables are easy to digest and provide fiber without heaviness. Turkey contains tryptophan, which supports melatonin production. Yogurt with tart cherries and a small amount of honey combines melatonin, tryptophan, and blood sugar stability. Portion size matters. Large meals close to bedtime increase discomfort and delay sleep. Smaller portions, fewer carbohydrates, and more healthy fats can stabilize blood sugar and promote deeper rest. Regulate your liquid intake. Hydration is essential, but poor timing can fragment sleep. Drinking excessive fluids before bed increases nighttime awakenings and disrupts sleep continuity. Aim to consume most of your daily water earlier in the day. Try to finish your last significant drink at least 2 hours before bedtime, allowing your body time to process fluids before sleep. Waking once during the night can be normal, but frequent bathroom trips severely degrade sleep quality and make it difficult to maintain a healthy rhythm. If you drink tea before bed, keep it to a small cup rather than a large mug. Be mindful of volume, not just content. A useful strategy is drinking around 1 liter of water within the first 2 hours after waking. This front-loads hydration, so your body receives what it needs while you are active. Hydration also depends on minerals. Without sufficient salt, water passes through your system too quickly. Adding natural salt at dinner, or even a small pinch on the tongue, helps retain fluids longer and reduces nighttime urination. High-quality salts, such as Celtic sea salt or Himalayan salt, are preferred due to their mineral content and low contamination risk. Proper mineral balance allows hydration to support sleep instead of disrupting it. Implement a shutdown ritual. People who struggle with sleep often make it worse through their own thoughts. Hours before bedtime, they start worrying about whether they will fall asleep, and that anxiety becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The mind stays activated, the nervous system stays alert, and by the time you lie down, your brain is still on. You cannot expect your body to drop into sleep if you never transition from high activity to low activity. That transition must be trained. The solution is a shutdown ritual that happens every night immediately after work ends. This ritual creates a hard boundary between work mode and rest mode, so your brain doesn't drag unfinished business into bed. Start by choosing a fixed time to end your workday. When that time arrives, you stop. Not soon, not after one more task, but a clean ending that signals closure. Next, before you close your laptop, do a short brain dump. Write down anything unfinished, any task you need to address soon, and any reminder for tomorrow. The goal is simple. If it's written down, your brain no longer needs to hold it. This clears mental clutter and prevents late-night rumination. Then you end with a closing phrase, a mental switch that tells your brain the day is done. Close the computer and say out loud, "Perform shutdown completely." The phrase matters because it becomes a trigger. After you say it, you treat work-related thoughts like noise, not emergencies. If a work worry appears afterward, respond with a scripted thought process. Say, I already performed shutdown completely. I captured everything important. I reviewed my tasks, calendar, and plan. If it mattered, it's on the list. There is no reason to solve it now. This response prevents stress spirals because you are not debating the thought, you are dismissing it with certainty. Over time, your brain learns to trust the system, and intrusive work thoughts show up less and less. After shutdown, avoid activities that fire up the brain. That includes focused work, social media scrolling, gaming, excessive learning, or loud aggressive music. You're training your nervous system to slow down, not rev it up. Sleep requires a short winding down period, and you need to protect that phase like a ritual. Two practices make this transition dramatically easier. The first is meditation. Even 5 minutes can downshift the nervous system and reduce racing thoughts. A simple routine is 10 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. The second is a structured brain dump for tomorrow. Write a short to-do list, then journal anything still on your mind. This gives both your conscious and subconscious mind space to breathe. Finally, give yourself permission to shift into relaxation. Laughing, light conversation, or calm social connection can reduce stress and promote sleepiness. The point is not to stimulate yourself, but to soften the mind. When you consistently shut down, your brain stops treating bedtime as a battleground and starts treating it as the natural endpoint of the day. Deplete your energy throughout the day. Sleep is not just mental, it is physical. If you spend the day mostly sedentary, your mind may feel tired, but your body still has unused energy, and that can keep you alert at night. Physical activity helps regulate circadian rhythm, improves sleep latency, and makes it easier to fall asleep naturally. Regular exercise earlier in the day helps you feel sleepy later at night, partly because body temperature rises during training and then drops afterward. That post-exercise temperature drop is a biological signal that supports sleep onset. Exercise also releases endorphins that reduce stress and anxiety, making it easier to relax at bedtime. The key is balance. Very short workouts may not create enough physical fatigue, while excessive training can backfire, causing pain, overstimulation, or poor recovery. A practical target is 40 to 90 minutes of moderate intensity exercise, ideally earlier in the day. When done consistently, exercise becomes one of the strongest tools for improving sleep quality and reducing the time it takes to fall asleep. Keep your body temperature low. Falling asleep requires a drop in core body temperature. Your goal is to lower body temperature by about 1 to 2 degrees as bedtime approaches. Anything that raises temperature will delay sleep, including heavy food, a warm room, and stress or agitation. To cool down correctly, avoid extremes. A very cold shower can trigger the body to heat itself back up. Instead, use strategies that allow heat to escape naturally. Eat light in the evening or fast if you tolerate it. Keep your room cool, ideally between 16 and 19 degrees Celsius, or 65 to 68 Fahrenheit. A cool room reduces tossing and turning because your body naturally stays in one warm spot, and it also improves deep sleep. A warm shower can also help you cool down. Warm water increases blood flow to the hands and feet, allowing heat to dissipate more efficiently. After you step out, evaporation cools the skin and helps lower overall temperature. If you still feel too warm, use small add-ons. Drink cool water earlier in the evening. Apply something cold to key points like the wrists, neck, or temples. Wear lighter, breathable clothing and reduce movement. If stress is raising your temperature, shift into slow breathing and body scanning until the nervous system settles. Light manipulation and red light. Most people use alarms to wake up, but they don't use alarms to begin sleep. That is why bedtime drifts later and later. You say, 1 more hour, and suddenly you're deep into a show, a game, or scrolling. A sleep alarm is a simple tool that protects the most important third of your life. Artificial light is one of the biggest reasons modern sleep is broken. Bright light at night tells your brain it is still daytime, suppressing melatonin and reducing sleep drive. The solution is to mimic the sun. 2 hours before bedtime, your sleep alarm should signal the start of your wind-down routine. At that point, dim your lights to around 50% and reduce exposure to bright overhead lighting. If needed, use blue light blocking glasses and keep lighting warm and soft. At night, light placement matters too. Low light below shoulder height is less disruptive because it mimics the sun dropping toward the horizon. Use softer, warmer bulbs and avoid harsh, bright LEDs directly in your field of vision. Candlelight or very warm amber lighting is ideal as long as safety is considered. Red light is one of the best options for nighttime lighting because it is less likely to disrupt circadian rhythm. Red-orange wavelengths are compatible with melatonin production, but brightness still matters. Keep it dim enough to move around safely or read without turning your room into daylight. Studies on red light exposure have shown improved sleep quality, increased melatonin levels, and better next-day performance in athletes when used consistently at night. Beyond sleep, melatonin is also a powerful antioxidant, helping neutralize free radicals and supporting cellular recovery. The barrier to entry is low. You can begin simply by swapping a bright white bulb for a dim red bulb. That single change reduces brightness, removes blue light, and shifts mood toward calm, making sleep dramatically easier. Release your spine and muscles. After a long, stressful day, your muscles can get so tight that all you want is to collapse into bed. The problem is that collapsing into bed while your body is still tense often leads to waking up stiff, sore, and mentally foggy without understanding why. A short 5-minute stretching routine before sleep can change that completely. It signals safety to your nervous system, releases tension, and makes falling asleep easier because your body is no longer fighting itself. The muscles that most strongly affect sleep quality are concentrated around the spine, neck, shoulders, and face. These areas are basically your body's signal highways. When they are compressed or tight, circulation, breathing mechanics, and nervous system regulation are slightly compromised, which can reduce your ability to fully relax. Poor posture during sleep makes this worse by compressing areas that should be open and decompressed, limiting comfort and recovery. During sleep, the brain shifts into a recovery mode. Neurons become less active, blood flow patterns change, and cerebrospinal fluid moves through the brain in rhythmic waves, helping clear waste products and support restoration. If your spine and surrounding tissues are stiff and compressed, your whole system tends to recover less efficiently. That is why spinal decompression and gentle mobility work can make you feel dramatically better the next morning. For best results, do this routine after a warm shower, when muscles are naturally softer and more receptive. Here's a simple routine you can do in 5 to 7 minutes. First, release your jaw and face tension. Massage the masseter muscles on the sides of your jaw for 1 minute using slow circles. Then, stretch the jaw by placing your palms near the sides of your face, close to the ears, and gently guiding the jaw to relax. Finally, open your mouth and use your fingers to gently guide the jaw downward until you feel a satisfying release. This matters because jaw tension often reflects nervous system activation, and releasing it can create a rapid shift toward calm. Next, decompress your spine for about 2 minutes. The easiest method is to hang from a pull-up bar with relaxed shoulders and soft knees. If you do not have a bar, you can support yourself between two stable surfaces in a dip support position and let the spine lengthen. The goal is not strength, it is traction and decompression. Then, stretch your neck for 30 seconds per side, gently tilting the head while keeping the shoulders down. Follow with a light massage of the trapezius muscles for a few seconds, focusing on any tight spots. After that, do an upper back opener by letting your arms hang forward while you slightly hinge at the hips, or use a gentle chair-supported bridge to open the chest and shoulders. Finish with seated spinal twists. Sit tall, place a hand on the floor or on the opposite knee, and rotate slowly to the right, then to the left. Then do a short seated forward fold for 15 to 20 seconds. reaching toward the toes while keeping breathing slow. Move into a gentle cobra pose for 15 to 20 seconds to open the front of the body. Finally, end with one last minute of spinal decompression, either hanging again or lying flat and letting the body fully settle. Acupuncture and acupressure for sleep. Acupuncture has been used for centuries as a sleep aid, and modern research increasingly supports its benefits. Reviews of insomnia studies report a high rate of positive outcomes, suggesting acupuncture can be a valuable option for people looking to improve sleep without medication. Auricular acupuncture, which targets specific points on the ear, has shown particularly strong results in sleep quality improvement, and some studies suggest its effectiveness can be comparable to certain sleep medications. Acupuncture may also support sleep by increasing melatonin secretion and reducing anxiety, two factors that strongly influence sleep onset and sleep depth. Many practitioners also combine acupuncture with lifestyle guidance, targeted herbal protocols, and supplements such as magnesium, depending on the individual. For at-home relief, acupressure is a practical alternative. You apply gentle pressure to specific points, commonly around the wrist, ankle, and heel, while breathing slowly. The combination of pressure and controlled breathing helps downshift the nervous system and prepares the body for rest. If you want to include this in your routine, keep it simple. 1 to 2 minutes of pressure plus slow breathing is enough to create a noticeable effect. Sex, orgasm, and sleep. For some people, sexual activity and orgasm before sleep can improve sleep quality. Orgasm triggers the release of hormones, such as oxytocin and endorphins, which promote relaxation and a sense of well-being. While arousal involves the sympathetic nervous system, the period after orgasm tends to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, creating a rebound into deep relaxation. There is also a temperature effect. Sexual activity raises body temperature, and after orgasm, the body cools down, which can signal sleep in the same way a natural nighttime temperature drop does. Another hormone involved is prolactin, which is linked to relaxation and satisfaction and may contribute to post-orgasm drowsiness. In men, testosterone temporarily decreases after ejaculation, which can further increase sleepiness. However, responses vary. Many people report improved sleep after orgasm, but some individuals, especially depending on mood, energy, and personal biology, may feel more alert or emotionally activated. The key is to treat this as personal data, not a universal rule. Sleeping together or alone, run a 2-week test. Sleeping with a partner can improve sleep for some people by reducing anxiety and increasing feelings of safety. Physical touch and emotional connection can elevate oxytocin, supporting relaxation. But sharing a bed can also reduce sleep quality through increased movement, noise, and temperature changes caused by body heat exchange. Sleeping alone often creates a quieter, more controlled environment with fewer disturbances. For some people, that leads to deeper and more consistent sleep. The only way to know what is best for you is to test it. Run a 2-week experiment. Track your sleep while sleeping together, then track 2 weeks while sleeping alone. Compare total sleep time, awakenings, and subjective energy the next day. If intimacy and relaxation help, you can keep the bonding part, like cuddling or talking, and then transition into the sleep setup that produces the best recovery. Sleep apnea is characterized by pauses in breathing or shallow breaths during sleep, which can last anywhere from a few seconds to half an hour. This disorder can significantly impact sleep quality and overall health, requiring careful management and treatment for affected individuals. When your airways become blocked, you tend to breathe through your mouth, leading to snoring and potentially sleep apnea. Many sufferers are unaware of their condition, as it can manifest at varying levels. To determine if you snore, consider tracking your sleep using an app like SnoreLab, available on the Play Store or Google Play. This app records sound while you sleep, detecting changes in noise and breathing patterns over several nights, which can reveal potential issues. The causes of sleep apnea can stem from a variety of factors, including being overweight, mouth breathing, often due to inadequate nostril airflow, weak respiratory muscles, a narrow throat, enlarged tonsils or adenoids, and poor sleeping position. To train your body to breathe through your nose as the default, focus on maintaining proper tongue posture and sleeping on your side while working towards losing excess weight. Throughout the day, keep your mouth closed and prioritize nasal breathing during activities. Gradually incorporate nose breathing during walks and exercise to strengthen this habit. You may also consider using nasal vents, which can be conveniently purchased online to increase oxygen intake. Before bedtime, engage in breathing exercises to prepare your body for restful sleep. Using a nasal strip to open your nostrils and applying medical tape to your mouth can help prevent your mouth from opening during the night. By implementing these strategies, you can overcome snoring and enjoy significantly more restorative sleep in less than 6 weeks. The stark contrast between a bad night of sleep and a good one can be significant enough for a company to label you as underperforming, potentially putting your job at risk. The difference in your demeanor, ambition, and overall health can be so pronounced that it may make you seem like a different person, one who is less capable and less enjoyable to be around. Sleep deprivation reveals the worst in us, and often we inflict this on ourselves consciously and repeatedly. Interestingly, humans are the only species that suppress sleep. Unlike predators, birds, insects, mammals, or even fish, no other creatures cut their sleep to get ahead. Despite being at the top of the animal hierarchy, we delude ourselves into believing we can defy biological laws without repercussions. At work, you might find yourself forgetting details you normally recall effortlessly, or your attention may wane to the extent that even the sound of a paper crumpling disrupts your workflow. Your brain and senses function with the handbrake on. Why live a life that feels half-hearted and zombie-like? Those 2 hours you sacrifice to be more productive can cost you about 4 hours of effective work time. Sleep deprivation reduces your alertness by 30%, hampers information retention by 25%, and degrades decision-making ability. Moreover, your willpower takes a hit, making you more likely to engage in less meaningful, easier tasks, rather than focusing on what truly matters. Consequently, your work life, athletic pursuits, and personal relationships all struggle to thrive. Not only do we fail to see significant progress, but we also risk shortening our lives in the process. In our relentless pursuit of productivity and achievement, sleep often becomes a casualty. While daring feats like Felix Baumgartner's record-breaking freefall from the stratosphere, a harrowing descent in which he broke the sound barrier, are celebrated, they starkly contrast with the dangers of sleep deprivation. Unlike Baumgartner's leap into the unknown, Guinness World Records has stopped recognizing records related to sleep deprivation, deeming them medically and ethically indefensible. The physiological impacts of sleep loss are both profound and far-reaching. Just one night of limited sleep can reduce the efficiency of cancer-fighting immune cells by an astonishing 70%. Chronic sleep deprivation is associated with accelerated aging, hormonal imbalances, and an increased risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes and heart disease. The case of Peter Tripp, a New York DJ who attempted an extreme sleep deprivation stunt in the 1950s, serves as a grim reminder. After staying awake for 8 days, Tripp's life spiraled into chaos, characterized by severe mental health issues and the disintegration of his personal and professional life. His tragic experience underscores the truth. Depriving ourselves of sleep is not just an intriguing, it is a dangerous gamble with serious experiment. Consequences for both mental and physical well-being. Sleep preparation. Think of the old car in your driveway. Starting it requires a careful sequence of levers and pedals. You don't just will it to life, you coax it. The creak of the door, the press of the clutch, the growl of ignition, and the patient waiting for the engine to hum in harmony are all part of the ritual. Only then does it propel you forward. Sleep requires a similar ritual, but in reverse. You lie down, close your eyes, and nothing. The pillow feels too warm, and your mind races with tomorrow's tasks, leaving you exhausted yet wide awake, a paradox akin to slamming the gas with the parking brake engaged. Here's the truth. Sleep cannot be commanded. It must be coaxed like that old car onto an open road. Miss a step or rush the process, and the system stalls. But when done correctly, the world softens, and the engine purrs. Mastering sleep is a mastering ceremony, understanding its invisible rules. Certain actions invite slumber, while others sabotage your efforts. Let timing guide you. Dim the lights, turn off screens, and slow your thoughts, each action aligning perfectly like tumblers clicking into place. This isn't about strict discipline, it's about harmonizing with your body's natural rhythms. In this next chapter, we will dive into the do's and the don't when it comes the time to prepare for sleep or to relax after a working day. Take them into account, since it's valuable information. The habits and tactics I'm about to explore are not only relevant for the pre-sleep phase, but also for midday and throughout the day, all aimed at preparing you for the best possible sleep. 1. Reduce or eliminate. Blue light/screen light. 2 hours before bed, the invention of the light bulb, particularly the practical electric incandescent light bulb, in the late 19th century, had a profound impact on human sleep patterns and melatonin production. Prior to the widespread use of artificial lighting, people relied on natural light from the sun and candlelight, which dictated their daily schedules. With the advent of electric lighting, people were able to extend their waking hours well into the night, leading to significant changes in sleep behavior. Artificial light exposure, especially blue light emitted by modern LED screens and bulbs, can suppress melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep-wake cycles. When light enters our eyes, it signals the brain to reduce melatonin levels, making it harder to feel sleepy and leading to delayed sleep onset. As individuals began to stay awake longer to engage in activities such as reading, watching television, and socializing, their circadian rhythms became disrupted. The overuse of artificial lighting has contributed to a societal trend of poor sleep hygiene, characterized by reduced sleep duration and diminished sleep quality. Many people now find themselves experiencing difficulties in falling asleep, staying asleep, or achieving restorative sleep. This disruption has been linked to a range of health issues, including increased stress, anxiety, and long-term sleep disorders. The invention of the light bulb and the rise of artificial lighting have disrupted our sleep patterns and melatonin production. This not only impairs our ability to feel sleepy and fall asleep quickly due to hormonal changes, but also leads to a racing mind filled with constant information from our devices. While technology can enhance our lives, it is crucial to use it wisely to prevent compromising our health and disrupting the harmony of our internal biology. Those who can skillfully juggle the benefits of technology while adhering to their natural rhythms stand to gain the in today's fast-paced world. To thrive most technological ecosystem, it's essential to adopt habits and routines that help us stay grounded and maintain our humanity. While we know that screens before bed can disrupt our sleep, it's easy to become engrossed in binge-watching a Netflix series, scheduling meetings, or conducting research for upcoming projects. These activities often lead us away from restful sleep when we need it most. Fortunately, there are effective alternatives for managing screen time and reducing blue light exposure. Using blue light blocking glasses or apps can help mitigate the effects of late-night device use. Tasks with additionally, consider replacing computer handwritten notes or brainstorming sessions, which limit screen time and enhance creativity. We live in a tech-driven world where screens are unavoidable, be it your work laptop, your phone on the go, or your home TV. Consider this. Is staring at a screen the last thing you do before bed every night? The blue light emitted by these devices can disrupt our sleep cycles by interfering with melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. At night, this blue light signals to your brain that it's still day, keeping you alert even when it's actually time to rest. The blue light that is emitted from screens at nighttime signals your brain, through the retina, that is daytime and that you don't need to feel sleepy or fall asleep anytime soon, because it's still day even if it's the middle of the night. If you need to do some work in the evening, it's essential to mitigate the impact of blue light emitted by your devices. There are 2 effective methods to block or reduce this blue. Light exposure. A. Blue light blocking glasses. Blue light blocking glasses are designed to filter out the bright light emitted from screens, helping your eyes avoid excessive exposure to blue light. This is particularly beneficial when using devices like computers or e-readers, such as Kindles, as it allows for the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. By wearing these glasses, you can enjoy reading or working without hindering your body's natural sleep signals. While you can find blue light blocking glasses in many places, to ensure choosing effectiveness, one highly recommended option is available here: Barner brand. Their glasses provide reliable protection without compromising style and comfort. Reputable brand is important. B. Blue light screen protector / app. In addition to wearing glasses, using a blue light screen protector or app can further assist in managing blue light exposure. These, if you occasionally forget to put on your glasses. A blue light screen protector physically filters the light emitted from your device's display, while blue light filtering apps adjust the color temperature of your screen as evening approaches. Tools are particularly useful. One of the most popular and effective apps available is F-Lux, which can be installed on both computers and mobile devices. F-Lux automatically adjusts the color temperature of your display based on the time of day, reducing blue light. You can download it here. F.Lux. See App Blocker. Here are some app blockers and blue light filtering tools for both desktop and mobile devices that can help you reduce blue light exposure and limit app usage after a certain hour. Twilight, Android. This app filters blue light by adjusting your screen's color temperature as the sun sets. It helps reduce eye strain and promotes better sleep by creating a warmer display at night. Night Shift, iOS. This built-in feature on iPhones and iPads reduces blue light exposure by adjusting the colors of your display to warmer tones after sunset. You can schedule it to activate automatically, helping to promote better sleep. Research on blue light. If you're interested in diving deeper into the effects of blue light on sleep and circadian rhythms, there's a wealth of research on this topic. Numerous studies substantiate the correlation between nighttime blue light exposure and disruptions in the body's biological clock. One notable study highlights these findings and emphasizes the importance of managing light exposure for improving sleep outcomes. NCBI study. By taking these steps to reduce blue light exposure in your evening routine, you can foster better sleep quality and enhance your overall well-being. Your ability to fall asleep and the overall quality of your sleep are closely linked to your heart rate. A normal resting heart rate typically ranges from 60 to 100 beats per minute, BPM, while during sleep your heart rate drops to about 40 to 50 beats per minute. Therefore, any factors that elevate your heartbeat must be addressed to facilitate quicker and deeper and essential sleep, allowing your body to engage restorative processes. Several factors can make falling asleep significantly more difficult, including exercise. While regular exercise is beneficial for overall health, engaging in strenuous workouts too close to bedtime can elevate your heart rate, making it harder to wind down. Stress and racing thoughts. Mental tension or anxiety increases adrenaline levels, stimulating the heart and preventing relaxation. Stimulants. Substances like caffeine and nicotine can keep your heart racing, hindering your body's ability to transition into sleep. Dehydration. Insufficient hydration can lead to increased heart rate and discomfort, making it difficult to find a comfortable sleeping position. Sugar. Consuming sugary foods close to bedtime can result in energy spikes that interfere with your body's natural winding down process. Adjusting your daily routine to consume your final meal earlier in the evening and engaging in morning exercise shortly after waking may help regulate your circadian rhythm and improve cardiovascular efficiency. This combination can gradually lower your resting heart rate throughout the day, potentially reducing it by 20 to 30% by nighttime compared to peak daytime levels. A slower evening heart rate supports the body's natural transition into sleep mode, making it easier to fall asleep and improving sleep quality. For optimal results, pair this approach with consistent hydration and mindful eating habits, as late-night meals or intense evening workouts may counteract these benefits by stimulating digestion or adrenaline production. Bedtime should be dedicated to calm and relaxation. Anything that disrupts this state can cause your heart rate to increase, complicating your ability to fall asleep. Even if you enjoy fitness or spend quality time with your partner, Engaging in intense activities or having heated discussions late in the evening can be counterproductive to your sleep health. Likewise, enjoying a heavy meal or having unburned caffeine in your system can interfere with your crucial sleep time. It's important to recognize that while exercise does increase energy levels, the timing of your workouts matters. Have you ever noticed how invigorating a jog can feel? That surge of energy may leave you too thereby stimulated, disrupting your sleep patterns and making it difficult to achieve the restorative deep sleep necessary for optimal health. To promote better sleep quality, aim to complete any vigorous physical activity, intense conversations, or heavy meals well before bedtime. By prioritizing relaxation in the hours leading up to to sleep soundly. Afterward, you can lower your heart rate and create the conducive environment needed for a restful night of slumber. Engaging light stretching, calming activities, or mindfulness practices can gently guide into a state of readiness for sleep. Your body ensuring you obtain the restorative rest your body needs to thrive. A lot of people work out at night because it's genuinely the only time they can do so. But this will give you such a burst of energy that sleep will be the very last thing you want to do. The night switch protocol. Shut down your brain, drop deeper sleep. 1. Lock the work-rest boundary. This method works because it lets you acknowledge concerns without feeding stress. When you affirm that you captured everything important, you remove the brain's excuse to keep looping. Over time, your mind learns to trust the system, and intrusive work thoughts show up less and less. To reinforce the separation, use a specific closing phrase to mark the end of your workday. A repeated phrase becomes a cue that tells your brain, work mode is over, recovery mode starts now. This matters because the brain's activity pattern is measurably different in work mode versus relaxation mode. If you never create a transition, your brain stays on, and you can't expect sleep to happen just because you hit the pillow. Creating this boundary improves sleep and also builds healthier mental habits. Every evening, give yourself permission to let work go because you already did your due diligence for the day. That single shift, closure instead of rumination, dramatically reduces bedtime anxiety. 2. Stop trying to shut your mind off in bed. If your brain is still in high activity, it will not instantly drop into low activity. Sleep requires a downshift period. The fastest way to downshift is to remove inputs that fire up your nervous system. Avoid high stimulation activities in the final hours. Focused work, social media scrolling, gaming, aggressive, intense learning sessions, loud, aggressive music, anything that increases adrenaline, argument energy, or urgency. If it doesn't promote calm, it doesn't belong near bedtime. 3. Replace stimulation with a deliberate wind down. You need a short routine that tells your nervous system, we're safe, we're done. Meditation, high ROI. Even 5 minutes can reduce sleep latency. A simple structure is 10 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening to cut racing thoughts at night. Brain dump. Write tomorrow's to-do list and journal any lingering thoughts. If it's on paper, your brain doesn't need to hold it. This frees both conscious and subconscious processing. Laughter time. Light humor lowers stress by releasing endorphins and shifting mood quickly. Conversation, calm connection, catching up with someone you like, can reduce stress and satisfy the need for human connection. Done right, it relaxes you and naturally tires you out. 4. Deplete energy during the day so sleep comes easier. Yeah. If you sit all day, your mind can be tired while your body stays charged. Unused physical energy keeps you alert at night. Exercise supports sleep in 3 main ways. It regulates circadian rhythm. It creates a post-workout temperature drop that signals wind down. It releases endorphins that reduce stress and anxiety. The dose matters. Too little training may not move the needle. Too much can overstimulate or cause discomfort. A strong target for most people is 40 to 90 minutes of moderate intensity training, ideally not late at night. When done consistently, this reduces sleep latency and improves sleep quality. 5. Make sleep easier by cooling your body. Falling asleep requires a drop in core temperature, usually about 1 to 2 degrees. Things that raise temperature delay sleep. Large meals, warm rooms, stress, agitation, or adrenaline. Don't overcorrect with extreme cold right before bed. A cold shower can trigger a rebound heating response. Instead, cool down intelligently. Light food or mild fasting. Eat lighter at night or fast if you tolerate it. Herbal tea can help. Warm shower. Counterintuitive, but effective. Warm water increases blood flow to hands and feet, so heat escapes faster. After the shower, evaporation helps cool you down. Cold bedroom. This is non-negotiable for high-quality sleep. Aim for 16 to 19 degrees Celsius, 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. You fall asleep faster and move less because you stay in your warm spot, which supports deeper sleep. Add-ons. Cool water earlier in the evening. Apply cold to wrists, neck, or temples. Wear breathable clothing and reduce movement. If you feel stressed, do a short breathing and body scan session until the system settles. 6. Light control, the sleep drive amplifier. Most people set alarms to wake up, but they don't set alarms to start sleep. That's why bedtime drifts and deep sleep suffers. Use a sleep alarm that triggers your shutdown ritual 2 hours before bed. Artificial light is a major sleep disruptor because it mimics the sun and suppresses melatonin. Your body can't tell the difference between bright room and daytime. Your light rules: 2 hours before bed, dim lights to about 50% or lower. Keep lighting warm and soft. Avoid bright overhead lighting. Consider blue light blocking glasses if you must use screens. Keep lights strong enough to function, but not strong enough to signal daytime. Bulb choice. At night, avoid harsh, bright white lighting near your eyes. Use low-watt warm bulbs for bedside areas. Amber or warm-toned bulbs reduce blue light and feel calmer. If you use candles, treat them like fire. No stupidity, no risk. Bonus hack. Light below shoulder height is less stimulating because it mimics the sun setting. It's easier on the eyes and supports wind down. 7. Put it together. The nightly sequence. Fixed work. Stop time. Brain dump. Unfinished tasks plus tomorrow list. Close the laptop plus say your closing phrase. Low stimulation only. Calm connection, light reading, stretching, meditation. Cool the body and the room, dim lights, and protect melatonin. This is the switch from high output to deep recovery. If you don't build the transition, you'll keep paying for it at bedtime. Chapter 3. Bedtime. Instant sleep. Mastery. There's nothing more frustrating than lying in bed unable to fall asleep, despite your best efforts to prepare for a restful night. Just as warming up before a workout is essential for performance, establishing a sleep ritual can help you fall asleep more effectively. Learning to self-hypnotize is a valuable skill that can take time to master, but it pays off by allowing you to drift off quickly. These techniques can produce noticeable in your mood almost immediately and promote relaxation within minutes. To prepare your body for sleep, it's important to regulate your body clock and rate. Additionally, ensuring your pineal gland is secreting enough melatonin can make it easier to fall asleep without relying on hacks. Improvements. Lower your heart. If you've neglected these foundational practices or find yourself short on time, there are several methods that can still facilitate an easier transition to sleep. Simple actions such as controlling your breathing, creating a comfortable sleep environment, and reducing screen time before bed can have a substantial impact. While there's no particular order in which to apply them, a combination of various techniques can significantly enhance your ability to fall asleep more easily and improve the quality of your rest. Breathing is used in activities like yoga to help people relax and calm down, and you can use them to help get to sleep. The power of breathing is that it allows you to release some of the tension in your body, which helps to calm you down enough to be able to finally get to sleep. The act of breathing simply changes your whole well being. This is why you need to learn to use it in different scenarios. Just 5 minutes of calm breathing before sleep can lower your heart rate, clear your mind, change your mood, and also put you in the right spot to fall asleep and stay asleep. You can try different positions and different ways to do your breathing, but I'm sharing what I do and what works for me because this is tailored to make breathing oxygen easier at night and lower my heart rate fast. How to go about it? Sit comfortably in or next to your bed, cross legged, kneeling, propped up on blankets, or any way that feels the best for you. Resting your left hand on your left thigh, take your right hand with the fingers extended like you are waving at someone and bend your peace fingers, pointer and middle finger, so they curl into your palm. Rest your right ring finger and thumb on either side of your nostrils, them, but not constricting. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Then close off the right nostril with your thumb and inhale through the left nostril, fully for a count of 4. Lightly. Touching. At the top of that breath, close off the left nostril with your ring finger, hold and retain the breath for a count of 4, and then release the right nostril and exhale for a count of 4. This way I can open up my nostrils and breathe effortlessly. Next, inhale deeply for a count of 4 through the right nostril, close it off, hold and retain the breath for a count of 4, and then release the left nostril as you exhale completely through it for a count of 4. Proceed to inhale deeply through the left, repeating the cycle. Focus your attention on your body. If your mind starts to wander to thoughts or worries, gently bring it back to your body. To become preoccupied while you're lying in bed, it takes time and practice to learn how to focus your attention on the body only. Start to notice your breath and where you feel it in your body. You might feel it in your abdomen, chest, or nostrils. Focus your attention on the full breath, from start to finish. If your mind is wandering, just notice that it has wandered and gently redirect it back to your breath. Do a scan of your body while you lay down, noticing anywhere you might feel tension in your body. Review the areas of your body, starting from the top of your head to your toes, relaxing the tension when you encounter it. It's very common. As you do this, direct your breath into that area of your body to help you release that tension. Being this for the first time might be a bit sketchy because you're not aware of how to calm down or relax, and your breathing patterns might be a little bit too fast. But after a while, you will get the hang of it, and also you will trick your body to fall asleep faster because you associate breathwork with getting ready for sleep. 1, 4, 7, 8 breathing technique. 1, 2, san. 4, 5. 6. Allow your lips to part gently. Exhale completely, making a breathy whoosh sound as you do. Press your through the nose for a count of 4 seconds. Hold your breath for a count of 7 seconds. Exhale again, whooshing sound throughout. Repeat 4 times when you first start. Eventually work up to 8 repetitions. Lips together as you silently inhale. For a full 8 seconds, making a 2. Buteyko breathing. 1, 2, san, 4. Sit in bed with your mouth gently closed, not pursed, and breathe through your nose at a natural pace for about 30 seconds. Breathe a bit more intentionally in and out through your nose once. Gently pinch your nose closed with your thumb and forefinger, keeping your mouth closed as well, until you feel that you need to take a breath again. With your mouth still closed, take a deep breath in and out through your nose again. The relationship between smell and sleep. Smell and sleep share a bidirectional relationship, where each can influence the other. Circadian rhythms play a crucial role affecting sensitivity to smell the day. Lower sensitivity at night throughout encourages sleep, while sleep itself can enhance the perception and memory of scents. Research indicates that certain aromas can impact the time it takes to fall asleep, overall sleep quality, and even dreams. Utilizing our sense of smell can aid relaxation, making it easier to drift off. Essential oils are a popular way to harness these benefits. Applying a drop to your neck, pillow, or using them in humidifiers or candles can be effective. Notable scents include lavender, known for its calming and relaxing effects; rose, helps reduce stress and anxiety, promoting pleasant dreams; Roman chamomile enhances sleep quality and duration; jasmine, lowers heart rate and efficiency, improves sleep; cedar extract, induces a sedative state and helps alleviate insomnia. In this technique, you're required to tense specific to create muscle groups and awareness of tension and relaxation. Then relax them. Sometimes what stops you from getting to sleep is muscle tension, which is caused by the stress and tension we often carry from work and the other demands we have in our lives. A massage is the perfect way to help with muscle attention, but we can't necessarily get one every night before bed. Try progressive muscle relaxation instead, and this can actually help you relax your muscles so that you can fall asleep. Assume a comfortable position. You may lie down. Loosen any tight clothing, close your eyes, and be quiet. Assume a passive attitude. Focus on yourself and on achieving relaxation in specific body muscles. Tune out all other thoughts. Tense and relax each muscle group as follows. 1, 2, forehead. Wrinkle your forehead. Try to make your eyebrows touch your hairline for 5 seconds. Relax. Eyes and nose. Close your eyes as tightly as possible for 5 seconds. Relax. Lips, cheeks, and jaw. Draw the centers of your mouth back and grimace for 5 seconds. Feel the warmth and calmness in your face. Relax. Hands. Extend your arms in front of you. Clench. 4, 5. Forearms. Extend your arms out against an invisible wall and push forward with your hands for 5 seconds. Relax. 6. Upper arms. Bend your elbows. Tense your biceps for 5 seconds. Relax. Feel the tension leave your arms. 7. Shoulders. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears for 5 seconds. Relax. 8. Back. Arch your back off the floor for 5 seconds. Feel the anxiety and tension disappearing. Relax. 9. Stomach. Tighten your stomach muscles for 5 seconds. Relax. 10. Hips and buttocks. Tighten your hip and buttock muscles for 5 seconds. Relax. 11. Thighs. Tighten your thigh muscles by pressing your legs together as tightly as you can for 5 seconds. Relax. 12. Feet. Bend your ankles toward your body as far as you can for 5 seconds. Relax. 13. Toes. Curl your toes as tightly as you can for 5 seconds. Relax. Focus on any muscles that may still be tense. If any muscle remains tense, tighten and relax that specific muscle 3 or 4 times. Fix the feeling of relaxation in your mind. Resolve to repeat the process. Thinking about a calm memory or making up a peaceful place can help a lot in chilling out after a busy day and getting ready for sleep. Try breathing in and out slowly and pay attention to the details like what you see, hear, and smell in your imaginary spot. It can also be cool to listen to a recording that guides your thoughts. You can easily find these kinds of audio guides online. Thinking about calm memories. Remember a time when you felt super peaceful or happy? Maybe it's a memory of a quiet walk outside, a cozy evening at home, or a relaxing day at the beach. Picture all the little things like colors, textures, and how everything felt. For example, if you think about the beach, imagine the soft waves, feel the warm sun, and hear seagulls in the background. Imagining a relaxing place. If you don't have a specific memory, create a made-up calm place in your mind. Picture somewhere that feels really safe and nice. It could be a quiet part of a forest, a peaceful field, or a calm garden. Imagine what you'd see, hear, and smell in this place. Using your senses. Pay attention to your senses like what you see, hear, and smell. This helps you feel more connected to like creating a little movie in your mind that helps you relax. Imagined calm place. How to shut the mind down fast using guided imagery and the military method. Guided imagery. Why it works. Sometimes the fastest way to fall asleep is to let someone else guide your thoughts. Guided imagery recordings are easy to find and work because they shift your brain away from linear, effort-based thinking, like counting sheep, into sensory imagination. When your attention moves from doing to imagining, sounds, images, textures, the brain relaxes instead of problem solving. This mode is far closer to sleep, which is why people often fall asleep almost instantly when imagery replaces focus. The military technique, sleep in under 2 minutes. This method was developed to help soldiers fall asleep in extreme conditions, sitting upright under stress with high mental load. When practiced consistently, twice a day for about 6 weeks, reports showed up to a 96% success rate for falling asleep in under 2 minutes. Colonel Bud Winter, author of Relax and Win, summarized the method simply: if you are completely relaxed physically and mentally, you are asleep. The technique has 2 phases: physical relaxation, then mental quiet. Phase 1. Full body relaxation top to down. Face and eyes. Close your eyes, drop your chin slightly. Smooth your forehead, relax your scalp. Let your jaw hang loose. Tongue, lips, cheeks, fully slack. Relax the muscles that control your eyes. No focus, no effort. Neck and shoulders. Drop your shoulders lower than you think possible. Let the tension drain from the back of your neck. Drop your chin gently and release again. Chest and breathing. Inhale deeply, exhale and blow out tension. Let your chest sink and sag like a heavy weight. Breathe slow and regular. Arms. Relax one arm at a time, bicep to forearm to hand to fingers. Let the arm feel heavy, dead weight. Tingling is normal. It means blood flow is improving. Repeat with the other arm. Legs, relax thigh to calf to ankle to foot. Imagine each leg has no bones, just heavy weight. Repeat on both sides. Finish with 3 deep breaths, fully releasing tension on each exhale. Phase 2. Mental shutdown, the sleep trigger. If your body is relaxed but your mind is still active, sleep won't happen. You need 10 seconds of no active thought. Use one of these mental images. Option 1. The canoe. You're lying at the bottom of a canoe. Warm spring day, still lake. Blue sky with slow drifting clouds. No movement, no paddling, just floating. Option 2. The black hammock. You're in a large black velvet hammock. Everything is black. No edges, no motion, no thoughts. Hold one image for 10 seconds. If another thought appears, calmly return to the image. That's it. Sleep follows. Why this works. As long as you think, worry, solve problems, or imagine movement, your brain sends signals that contract muscles. Contracted muscles keep you awake. Relaxation, physical and mental, cuts that signal. Insomnia is not a mystery. It's usually a failure to disengage. With practice, relaxation becomes a habit. Once learned, you can fall asleep anywhere, anytime, even after waking during the night. If you wake up, do not think. Run the routine again and sleep returns. What defines a great sleep? You fall asleep in 10 to 120 seconds. Your body is completely still. No cramped limbs, no strained neck, no tight clothing. Sleeping nude often helps. Minimal movement during the night. You wake up feeling like you're rising from deep underwater, rested and clear. If you wake during the night, do not engage thought. Run the routine. Common enemies of sleep and the fix. Worry to brain dump plus imagery. Anxiety to physical relaxation. Pain to relaxation reduces pain signals. Overthinking to imagery stops cognition. Excess caffeine leads to relaxation helps, but timing still matters. Tension carried from the day arrow, avoid tense living. The root cause of most insomnia is not the bed, the room, or the time. It's mental activity at the wrong moment. Bottom line, you don't fall asleep by trying. You fall asleep by letting go. Practice relaxation daily. Practice mental quiet. Soon, sleep becomes automatic. Relax far enough, and sleep follows. Soundtrack for falling asleep. Finally, beyond methods and techniques, this sleep hack is one of our favorites. What about listening to relaxing tunes or bedtime stories to help reduce stress? Some studies have concluded that sleep music, with a rhythm of about 60 beats a minute, can help you fall asleep, as your heart rate will move toward that 60 beats per minute range needed to get into the sleep zone. On the other hand, bedtime stories are not only for kids anymore. Listening to stories can help us relieve our busy brains and put our attention into something more peaceful. When I want to listen to something chill while falling asleep, I go to Sleep Cycle's Sleep Aid library. Of meditations, music, soundscapes, and sleep stories, our content helps people gently drift into. In today's busy world, finding time to relax and sleep can be tough. Our Sleep Aid app is designed to help you unwind and fall asleep easily. Step 1. Download the app. Visit your app store and download our Sleep Aid app at no cost. Step 2. Open the app and select Sleep Aid. Once downloaded, open the app and navigate to the Sleep Aid section at the top of the screen. Step 3. Explore the library. Browse through our extensive collection of bedtime stories, sleep music, calming sounds, and ASMR tracks. Find a soundtrack that helps you relax and prepare for sleep. Step 4. Customize your experience. After selecting a sound, don't forget to set your smart alarm and activate the sleep tracker to monitor your sleep patterns. Step 5. Set a timer. Consider setting the app to shut down automatically after a while, allowing for an uninterrupted sleep experience. Step 6. Prepare for sleep. Get comfortable in bed, close your eyes, and let the soothing sounds guide you to a peaceful night. With our Sleep Aid app, restful sleep is just a few taps away. Sleep tight. Chapter 4. Sleep time. Optimizing sleep efficiency. Adults need an average of 8 hours of sleep every day, and it is important that we stick to this rule. I hear a lot of people say things like, I can get by on 4 hours of sleep a day, but this isn't really true. The reason they feel that their bodies can do with less sleep is the fact that they have done this for so long that their body clocks have become accustomed to this. It doesn't necessarily mean that they can actually function with this amount of sleep. Guided imagery with sound. Sometimes it helps to listen to a recording that guides your thoughts. These recordings are easy to find online. They might have someone talking to you and helping you imagine a peaceful scene. It's like having a friend guide you to a calm place in your mind. The truth is, they are probably not as healthy as they think they are, and they have actually created a loop of bad health in their bodies, and the body has just gotten so used it that it has actually become normal to them. The amount of sleep the body needs never changes, even though people's busy lifestyles stop them from actually getting the sleep they need to function. Make sure you get 7 or 8 hours of sleep as much as you can. There is no such thing as getting 5 hours and catching up on the weekends. If you have a hard time sleeping early, you will have to train yourself to do so until it becomes normal to sleep earlier, so that you get the amount of sleep required to be a healthy person. Regulate your body clock. Everyone's body has its natural clock, known as the circadian rhythm, which plays a vital role in regulating various biological processes, including sleep-wake cycles, hormone release, and metabolism. This internal clock operates similarly, is influenced by the time zone in which one lives and an individual's habitual sleep schedule. When you consistently go to bed at 11 p.m. and wake up at 7 a.m. for an extended period, your body begins to establish this routine as its default sleep cycle. This means that over time, you may find it easier to wake up at the same time without needing the assistance of an alarm clock, as your body has adapted to this regular pattern. Your body clock also determines the times when you feel sleepy or alert, based on your established habits. If, for instance, You frequently stay up until 3 in the morning. Your body will adjust to this late schedule, feel drowsy at more, to making conventional times. Instead, you may find that falling asleep at an earlier hour becomes increasingly difficult too because you accommodate your erratic habits. Disruptions to this routine can lead to confusion within 38 your body's systems. For example, frequent changes in your sleep schedule, such as varying your bedtime or wake time, can confuse your internal clock. This confusion can lead to a loop of exhaustion, where your body struggles to adjust to these differing times, resulting in poor sleep quality and increased fatigue. By being mindful of your body clock and making an effort to establish a more consistent sleep pattern, you can mitigate the negative effects of irregular sleep, enhance your overall well-being, and improve your quality of life. Sleep plays a crucial role in numerous bodily functions, so keeping your body clock in check is essential for both physical and mental health. 2. Avoid being an all-nighter. These are very popular with students who need to finish of assignments, but they have a terrible effect on sleeping patterns. Making these a habit is a terrible idea and a bad way to treat your body. Some people pull all-nighters to study and some to party the night away, but the effect is the same. Fatigue and exhaustion caused by the fact that the body hasn't gotten something so necessary to its survival. The body actually needs all of the sleep it can get, so failing to give it even a couple of hours will have a bad effect on you. The body will take longer to set itself right if you go for a full 24 hours without a wink of sleep. Even if you get a lot of sleep the next day, it will. Probably take 3 days for the fatigue of the all-nighter to leave your system. There's nothing wrong with getting a few winks of sleep to keep the fatigue at bay, and you will do your body so many favors by resting. Staying up all night might be exciting and fun, but it makes for a really strange next few days, and no amount of espresso can make you your normal energetic self. All that the coffee will do for you is stop you from falling asleep at the office meeting, but it won't take away the fact that you are one tired person in need of a night of decent sleep. Even if you decide to have a fun night out, don't skip out on your sleep. You will need the energy for the next day. 3. Enhancing lucid dreaming with wearable devices. Lucid dreaming, the state of becoming aware that one is fascination of dreaming, has individuals seeking to explore the depths of their subconscious mind. In recent times, wearable devices have entered the scene, claiming to assist dreamers in achieving and enhancing lucid dreaming experiences. This article delves into the practical aspects of using wearable devices for lucid dreaming, offering guidance on proper use, comfort considerations, and the integration of these devices with other lucid dreaming techniques. Getting this device is a must. https://www.luciddreamer.com/. Before exploring wearable devices, it's crucial to understand the relationship between lucid dreaming and REM, rapid eye movement sleep. REM sleep is the stage in the sleep cycle associated with vivid dreaming, making lucid dreaming this experiences. Wearable devices capitalize on connection, aiming to provide cues or stimuli during REM sleep to enhance dream awareness. Wearable devices offer an intriguing avenue for those eager to explore the realms of lucid dreaming. By proper usage guidelines, prioritizing adhering comfort, and integrating these devices with established lucid dreaming techniques, dreamers can create a holistic dream experiences. As with an experimentation are key, and users are encouraged to adapt these methods to suit their unique sleep patterns and preferences. Chapter 5. The bedroom, your sleep sanctuary. Ancient cultures treated sleep and dreams as sacred. They believed dreams carried meaning, insight, and connection to something deeper than waking life. Sleep was not seen as wasted time, but as a powerful state of being. Modern culture does the opposite. Productivity is glorified. Sleep is treated like an inconvenience. Phrases like, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," are common, especially among high achievers. This mindset is backward. Sleep is not weakness. It is a biological upgrade. If you truly respected sleep, your bedroom would look different. You wouldn't watch TV in bed. You wouldn't scroll on your phone before sleeping. You wouldn't turn your bedroom into an extension of your office. Your bedroom should exist for one purpose: deep restoration. How to turn your bedroom into a sanctuary. 1. Make the bed physically comfortable. Invest in a supportive mattress and quality pillows. Comfort is non-negotiable. Your body can't recover if it's fighting your sleep surface. 2. Control the light. Use dim, warm lighting at night. Blackout curtains help align your sleep with natural circadian rhythms. Darkness signals your brain that it's time to rest. 3. Remove digital distractions. No TV, no laptop. Ideally, no phone. Books or calm music are acceptable. Screens keep your nervous system in awake mode. 4. Use calming scents. Lavender or chamomile essential oils can reduce nervous system arousal and support relaxation. 5. Create a bedtime ritual. Meditation, journaling, gentle stretching, anything that tells your brain the day is over. 6. Keep the space minimal. Neutral colors. No clutter. Fewer objects mean less subconscious stress. Treat your bedroom like a sacred space, not a storage room with a bed in it. Chapter 6. Sleep. Sanctuary hacks. Environmental optimization. 1. Remove technology from the bedroom. Electronics don't just emit light, they anchor your brain to the waking world. Phones, chargers, TVS, and even alarm clocks subtly signal stimulation, urgency, and connection. They also expose you to electromagnetic frequencies, EMFs, which may interfere with deep rest. Try this as an experiment. Remove all unnecessary electronics from your bedroom for 2 weeks. Track how you feel. Most people sleep deeper, fall asleep faster, and wake up calmer. Sleep tracking apps are not required if you follow real sleep fundamentals. 2. Your mattress matters more than you think. Most conventional mattresses, especially memory foam, are made from polyurethane, which releases volatile organic compounds, VOCs. These chemicals can irritate the respiratory system and contribute to headaches, fatigue, and poor sleep quality. Better options: organic latex, organic cotton, wool, certified non-toxic materials. If a new mattress isn't an option yet, use an organic mattress topper to reduce exposure. Advanced options like temperature-regulated mattresses, for example, cooling systems that control body temperature and spinal alignment, can significantly improve sleep quality, especially for hot sleepers or people with back pain. 3. Upgrade your pillow. Buckwheat is elite. Buckwheat pillows offer 2 major advantages. 1. Firm, stable support. They maintain neck and shoulder alignment all night instead of collapsing like traditional pillows. 2. Natural temperature regulation. Air flows through the holes, preventing heat buildup and reducing night restlessness. They don't trap heat, they don't flatten, they don't fail over time. If you wake up with neck stiffness or flip your pillow constantly, this is an upgrade worth making. 4. Optimize bedroom temperature. The ideal sleep temperature for most people is 14 to 18 degrees Celsius, 55 to 62 degrees Fahrenheit. A cooler environment supports the body's natural drop in core temperature, which is essential for deep sleep. Practical strategies: lower the thermostat at night. Improve ventilation, slightly open window or airflow. Use breathable bedding, cotton, bamboo. Avoid heat-trapping blankets. Turn off electronics early, they emit heat. Use blackout curtains to block daytime heat. Use fans to circulate air. Reduce humidity if needed. Wear lightweight, breathable sleepwear. Cool rooms equals deeper sleep. 5. Clean and declutter the bedroom. Dust, allergens, and even mold build up silently over time. During sleep, your body repairs itself. Breathing dirty air during that process compromises recovery. Clutter also creates subconscious stress. Even if you don't notice it, your nervous system does. Sleep hygiene basics. Wash bedding weekly. Vacuum and dust regularly. Clean the mattress. Use an air purifier if possible. Remove unnecessary objects. Keep surfaces clear. A clean room reduces inflammation, improves breathing, and calms the mind. Final principle. Sleep quality is not about hacks. It's about respect. When you treat sleep as sacred, your body repays you with better recovery, sharper focus, stronger immunity, higher performance. Your bedroom should reflect that standard. Consider not taking supplements first. While melatonin and various sleep aids have gained immense popularity in modern wellness discussions, relying on supplements is not the best solution for everyone. Many experts caution against habitual melatonin use and suggest a more holistic approach to achieving restful sleep. The first goal is to restore the body's natural circadian rhythm, which governs the sleep-wake cycle and is strongly influenced by light exposure, daily habits, stress, and lifestyle. When your rhythm is aligned, sleep becomes easier, deeper, and more consistent, often with little or no supplementation. Maintaining pineal gland health is often discussed because it produces melatonin and may be affected by environmental exposures. People commonly mention fluoride and heavy metals. Whether or not every claim holds perfectly, the practical takeaway is solid. Reduce toxic load, improve nutrient status, and get light exposure right. A great working mind and body will do more than any supplement. Supplements are the cherry on top. Key factors over supplements. 1. Reduce exposure to toxins. Minimize fluoride intake if you choose to. Consider fluoride-free dental products and drink filtered water. 2. Enhance vitamin and mineral intake. Incorporate foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and nutrients such as magnesium and iodine. 3. Detoxification practices. Use consistent routines that support detox. Hydration, whole foods, sweating, sauna, and smart dietary choices. Some people include supplements with chelating properties. Be cautious and avoid aggressive detox protocols without medical oversight. 4. Establish a healthy sleep routine. Aim for consistent sleep/wake times. Reduce artificial light exposure in the evening and increase natural light exposure during the day to regulate circadian rhythm. 5. Mindfulness and stress reduction. Meditation, yoga, journaling, and deep breathing reduce arousal and help the body shift into a parasympathetic rest state. By focusing on these foundational habits, you create the groundwork for healthy sleep and reduce dependence on supplements or medications. When supplements make sense, a simple decision rule. Use supplements when one or more of these is true. You're doing the fundamentals and still can't fall asleep. Sleep onset problem. You fall asleep but wake up repeatedly. Sleep maintenance problem. Stress/anxiety is driving the problem. Travel/shifted schedule temporarily disrupts rhythm. Deficiencies exist. Vitamin D, magnesium, iron, etc. Start with one supplement at a time for 7 to 14 days. Track results, then adjust. 1. L-theanine. L-theanine is an amino acid predominantly found in tea leaves, especially shaded green tea. Its relaxing effects are well documented. It can promote relaxation without sedation, making it useful for stress and anxious thoughts at night. A notable attribute is its ability to support calm physiology. Many people experience a slower feeling, calmer heart rate, and reduced tension. It's also popular with caffeine users. Taking L-theanine with coffee can reduce jitteriness, elevated heart rate, and the wired edge of caffeine, producing a smoother alertness. How to use sleep. Start with 100 milligrams about 30 minutes before bed. If needed, many people use 200 milligrams. Don't jump there on day one. If you're exploring supplementation, a common reputable option is Jarrow Formula's theanine, often 100 milligrams capsules. 2. Valerian root plus vitamin D plus K2 and sunlight. Valerian root is widely recognized as an herbal tranquilizer. Research suggests low GABA activity is linked to chronic stress and poor sleep. Valerianic acid in valerian may reduce the breakdown of GABA, increasing calmness. This is why valerian is often called an herbal tranquilizer. Quality matters. Aim for minimally processed, preferably organic. You can also use valerian as a tea. Vitamin D. Many people are deficient, especially in winter, and deficiencies are associated with sleep problems. Supplementation can help if you're low, but sunlight is the best source. Sunlight supports circadian rhythm and overall health, and is also often linked, in many wellness discussions, to pineal gland function through light-driven biology. Some people use combined products like life extension vitamins D and K with sea iodine, especially seasonally or as needed. How to use practical. Valerian. Best used when anxiety/tension is high. Vitamin D. Best taken earlier in the day, morning/lunch. Not right before bed for everyone. Sunlight. Get morning daylight consistently. This is more powerful than any pill for circadian rhythm. 3. GABA. GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, is a neurotransmitter that reduces neuronal excitability and promotes relaxation. Individuals with anxiety and sleep disorders are often discussed as having lower GABA activity. GABA supplements are used to support calm and improve sleep initiation in some people. Benefits often reported/claimed. Promotes relaxation, easier to wind down. Reduces anxiety, less mental noise. Improves sleep quality, deeper, more restorative sleep. Helps regulate sleep cycles by supporting calmer brain activity. How to use. Common timing. 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Choose a high-quality product with minimal fillers. If you have medical conditions or take medications, check with a clinician first. Important reality check. Oral GABA works well for some, not for others. If it does nothing, move on. Don't force it. 4. Magnesium. Foundational. Magnesium is one of the highest ROI sleep supplements because it supports relaxation, nervous system regulation, muscle function, and GABA activity. It's also frequently helpful for restless legs and muscle tightness at night. Magnesium also supports biochemical processes that help the body produce sleep-related neurotransmitters. It can calm the nervous system and reduce tension, creating a better runway into sleep. Magnesium is easy to get from diet, but deficiency is still common, especially with poor diets, absorption issues, including laxative overuse, kidney issues, or diabetes. Forms that are most useful for sleep. Magnesium glycinate, highly bioavailable, often best for relaxation and sleep. Tends to be gentle on the stomach, closely tied to calming effects, commonly discussed via GABA support. Magnesium L-threonate, more associated with cognition, can help stress and anxiety, which are major insomnia drivers. Do not take both glycinate and L-threonate together without medical guidance if you're pushing higher doses. Dosing guidance, simple plus safe. Many people start with 100 to 200 milligrams elemental magnesium at night. Increase gradually if needed. Some labels show magnesium compound weight, not elemental magnesium. This confuses people. Watch it. Recommended daily intake, dietary reference. Adult men, 400 to 420 milligrams per day. Adult women, 310 to 320 milligrams per day. PHE, ashwagandha, stress-driven insomnia. A study on ashwagandha root extract, commonly cited in sleep discussions, found improvements in sleep quality, especially for people with insomnia. Reported outcomes included reduced time to fall asleep, sleep onset latency, increased sleep efficiency, improved total sleep time, reduced wake after sleep onset, less nighttime waking. Ashwagandha isn't a one-night knockout. It tends to build effects gradually and responses vary. Some people feel calmer, others feel energized. How to use: start 250 milligrams per day, Increase to 500 milligrams if helpful. Take in the evening if it calms you. If it energizes you, take it earlier in the day. What's missing? High-value additions. If you want this chapter to feel complete and practical, these are the most relevant additions because they cover gaps your current list doesn't fully address: sleep onset versus sleep maintenance versus circadian alignment. A. Glycine. Simple, underrated. Often used for quieting the brain and improving sleep quality. Typical use: 3 grams 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Especially useful if you want deeper sleep without feeling drugged. B. Apigenin/chamomile. Chamomile contains apigenin used for calming. Good for people who want gentle support rather than strong sedation. Tea works. Supplements are an option if tea isn't enough. C. Lemon balm, mild anxiety, racing thoughts. Often used for relaxation and stress-driven insomnia. Can stack well with L-theanine for some people. D. Taurin, nervous system calm. Often reported to reduce wired feelings and support calm sleep. Especially useful if stimulants or stress are part of the problem. E. Melatonin, only for specific cases. Melatonin shouldn't be treated like a daily sleeping pill. It's best used for jet lag, shift work, temporarily shifting sleep schedule. Very low dose support when circadian rhythm is off. If used, start very low. Many people do better with 0.3 to 1 milligram than with large doses. Stacking rules. This is where people get stupid. If you stack randomly, you won't know what works, and you'll build dependence on a messy cocktail. Start with one primary supplement based on your issue. If you can't fall asleep, L-theanine, or magnesium glycinate, or glycine. If you wake up at night, magnesium glycinate often. Glycine often. Fix temperature/light and caffeine first. If anxiety is the root, L-theanine plus magnesium glycinate, or ashwagandha, daily. Valerian as situational, not forever. If circadian rhythm is broken, morning sunlight plus consistent schedule. Melatonin only as a temporary tool. Add a second supplement only after 7 to 14 days if needed. Safety notes. Do not ignore. If you're on SSRIs, benzodiazepines, sleep meds, blood pressure meds, thyroid meds, or have autoimmune issues, be careful, especially with ashwagandha and strong sedative herbs. Avoid driving or risky activity after trying new sedating supplements. Pregnancy/breastfeeding. Avoid most herbals unless medically cleared. If insomnia is severe, chronic, or paired with depression/anxiety, supplements are not the main solution. Treat the cause. Chapter 7. Sleep Therapies, Reorganized, audiobook ready. Clean structure, same content, fewer tangents, clearer transitions. I did not add risky medical claims. I added missing practical details: what it's for, how it's done, what to watch out for. 1. Magnetic sleep and brain stimulation, PEMF/TMS. Mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, are deeply involved in energy production. Some researchers describe mitochondria and cellular structures as having semiconductive behavior, and there is ongoing interest in how magnetic fields may influence cellular energy processes. Because sleep and brain function are tightly linked to energy and nervous system regulation, pulsed magnetic approaches have been explored for sleep improvement. A. Transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS, for insomnia. One technique that uses this relationship is transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS. TMS is a clinical method used in some settings for insomnia and other brain-related conditions. The idea is that targeted stimulation may help regulate brain activity and support the production or regulation of key neurotransmitters involved in sleep. Commonly discussed are serotonin and melatonin. How it works, simple description. A device with an electromagnetic coil is positioned against the forehead or scalp. It delivers brief electromagnetic pulses that pass through the skull and create tiny electrical currents that stimulate specific nerve cells in targeted regions of the brain. Access. There are specialized clinics offering TMS. The field has expanded in recent years, and interest is growing in portable or home-oriented versions, though clinical-grade treatment is typically performed under professional supervision. Practical note. If you're struggling to get your brain to downshift at night, TMS is one of the more structured, medically anchored technologies in this category. But it's not a casual DIY tool. If you consider it, prioritize reputable clinics and qualified providers. B. Magnetic sleep pads. Static magnetic field. Another approach is the use of high-quality magnetic sleep pads. Unlike pulse devices, these typically create a consistent magnetic field without pulsation. They are often heavy, commonly around 40 pounds, and frequently start around $500. Many users report deeper, more restorative sleep while using them. The explanation often given is improved mitochondrial efficiency and better recovery during sleep. Your original text referenced a magnetic sleep pads link. Keep that as your resource callout. Note for clarity. This is an experimental consumer wellness area. If someone expects a guaranteed medical outcome, that's not realistic. Treat it like an optional add-on after fundamentals. 2. Ozone therapy, performance, recovery, and possible sleep support. Ozone therapy was developed and used in Europe for decades and has gained renewed attention as a tool people pursue for performance, recovery, and healing. The claims around it are wide, so the best way to present it is potential benefits, plus delivery methods, plus strong emphasis on professional guidance. Understanding ozone. Regular oxygen is O2, 2 oxygen atoms. Ozone is O3, 3 oxygen atoms. This extra atom changes the molecule's behavior and is the basis for its proposed therapeutic effects. How it's commonly described as working. Ozone therapy is often described as modulating immune response, supporting the body's ability to utilize oxygen, potentially improving mitochondrial activity and energy production, potentially helping protect cells from oxidative stress in controlled therapeutic contexts. It is also discussed in relation to various conditions, including autoimmune diseases, cancer, AIDS, chronic infections. Your text includes a personal recovery testimonial about mitochondrial damage and ozone. Keep it as a testimonial framing, not as a universal claim. Common delivery methods. A. Major autohemotherapy, MAH. Blood is drawn, mixed with ozone, and reinfused. This is described as energizing mitochondria and improving oxygen utilization. B. Insufflation. Ozone gas is introduced rectally or vaginally for localized/systemic immune effects. C. Prolozone therapy. Ozone and nutrients are injected into injury sites to support healing of joints and ligaments. How to approach it responsibly. Research thoroughly. Consult a healthcare professional. Use qualified clinics with experienced practitioners. Ozone is not a casual wellness hack. Professional guidance is essential. Why you should consider doing 1. Your framing. If you're pursuing higher performance, faster injury recovery, and improved overall health markers, ozone therapy is presented by advocates as one of the more powerful interventions, but it must be done correctly and safely. 3. Self-hypnosis and hypnotherapy for sleep. Self-hypnosis is one of the simplest, lowest-cost sleep therapies. The mechanics are not difficult to learn, and many books and resources provide scripts that can be memorized or recorded. Because hypnosis requires deep relaxation, There's evidence and clinical use suggesting hypnosis can increase time spent in deeper sleep states. Some people report improvements quickly, even after one session. Core principle. In self-hypnosis, you create a relaxed trance state, then repeat simple, positive suggestions in the present tense. These are called post-hypnotic suggestions, meaning they influence behavior after the session ends. Examples of sleep suggestions. Keep them simple. With each breath, I become more and more deeply relaxed. My thoughts are starting to wind down, as I easily drift into a deep and pleasant sleep. Whenever I feel the comfort of my bed, I automatically begin to ready myself for a healthy night's sleep. Step-by-step self-hypnosis routine, audiobook friendly. Step 1. Get comfortable. Find a place where you can relax, ideally in bed right before you want to fall asleep. Step 2. Induction. Enter relaxation. Start by focusing on your breath. Then use progressive muscle relaxation in one of two ways. Visualize tension dissolving or evaporating from the body, or slowly tense and relax each muscle group. Move your attention in order. Head to shoulders, to neck, to back, to arms, to stomach, to chest, to legs, to feet. You should begin to feel a deep, pleasant sense of relaxation. Step 3. Introduce a suggestion. Create a clear statement about what you will do differently for better sleep. In hypnosis, you're more focused and receptive to the suggestion. Examples. I will turn my devices off an hour before bed. If I wake up before my alarm, I will not panic. I will fall asleep again. Tonight, I will fall asleep easily and quickly. I will sleep throughout the night and wake up feeling rested. Keep it short, keep it positive, keep it present focused. Step 4. Repeat and end. Repeat your suggestions slowly several times. Then, simply allow yourself to drift into sleep, returning to alertness post-hypnosis. After a self-hypnosis or deep relaxation session, you can return to normal alertness by slowly counting from 1 to 5 while telling yourself that you are becoming more aware of your surroundings. This step can be skipped if you are practicing self-hypnosis right before sleep. Guided meditation plus sound environments. Similar to self-hypnosis, another effective approach is combining meditation or guided meditation with calming sound or music. This combination can slow brain activity enough to naturally transition into sleep. If self-guided hypnosis doesn't appeal to you, start by listening to a guided meditation or sleep-inducing audio track. Follow the same recording multiple times. Repetition trains the nervous system and increases effectiveness. Detoxifying the pineal gland. The pineal gland plays a central role in sleep regulation. When it is not functioning optimally, sleep quality suffers, and daytime performance declines. Many people are believed to have some degree of pineal gland calcification. This calcification is often discussed in relation to chemical exposure from public water supplies and commercially produced foods. Because the pineal gland is surrounded by fluid and highly vascularized, it may be especially vulnerable to mineral and toxin accumulation. A pineal detox is not a single action. It requires a systemic shift in nutrition, hydration, and lifestyle with the goal of reducing heavy metals and toxic buildup in the body. Commonly discussed contributors to pineal calcification. Fluoride exposure. Fluoride may accumulate in the pineal gland more than in other tissues. Calcium imbalance. Excessive calcium deposits, especially without sufficient magnesium and vitamin K2, may contribute to calcification. Environmental toxins. Heavy metals such as mercury, lead, and cadmium may accumulate through food, water, and environmental exposure. Hormonal imbalances. Disruptions in calcium-regulating hormones, such as parathyroid hormone, may influence calcification processes. How to support pineal decalcification. 1. Assess water quality. Many municipal water sources contain fluoride and trace heavy metals. Use a high-quality water filter. Opt for spring water in glass bottles. Glass is preferred over plastic to reduce chemical exposure. 2. Revamp your diet. Eliminate processed foods and prioritize whole organic foods. Key nutrients to monitor. Vitamin K2 helps direct calcium away from soft tissues. Magnesium, essential for calcium balance and nervous system health. Iodine, supports thyroid and hormonal balance. Antioxidant-rich foods further support detoxification and cellular repair. 3. Strategic supplement support. Some supplements are traditionally used to support detoxification and cognitive clarity. Chlorella and spirulina may assist with heavy metal binding. Mugwort, traditionally linked to dreaming and awareness. Gotu kola, cognitive and circulation support. Ginkgo biloba, supports cerebral blood flow. Wheatgrass, nutrient-dense and detox supportive. These should complement, not replace, dietary changes. 4. Eliminate fluoride sources. Use fluoride-free toothpaste and mouthwash. Natural alternatives such as baking soda and coconut oil can support oral hygiene without fluoride exposure. 5. Daily pineal support ritual. Expose your eyes to natural morning sunlight for 30 to 60 seconds. Practice deep breathing. Delay food intake for 2 to 4 hours after waking, light fasting. Meditate for approximately 15 minutes using theta-range sound frequencies. Break your fast with a tea or smoothie containing supportive nutrients. This routine aligns circadian rhythm, detox pathways, and hormonal signaling. Red light therapy, RLT, for sleep optimization. Red light therapy uses low-wavelength red light to stimulate cellular processes and improve physiological function. Growing evidence suggests it may support sleep quality by improving mitochondrial efficiency and melatonin regulation. Cellular and mitochondrial mechanisms. Mitochondrial energy production. Mitochondria produce ATP, the energy currency of the cell. Red light in the 600 to 650 nanometer range stimulates cytochrome C oxidase, a key enzyme in the mitochondrial respiratory chain. This leads to improved ATP production, reduced oxidative stress, enhanced cellular repair and resilience. Inflammation and recovery. By improving cellular metabolism and antioxidant defenses, RLT may reduce chronic inflammation, a known disruptor of sleep quality. Melatonin and circadian effects. Melatonin is synthesized from serotonin in response to darkness and governs sleep-wake cycles. RLT appears to support melatonin production indirectly by improving mitochondrial efficiency and hormonal signaling. Evening red light exposure, as opposed to blue light, may enhance melatonin secretion rather than suppress it. Evidence and observations. Professional athlete studies show improved sleep duration, reduced sleep latency, and fewer night awakenings with consistent RLT use. General population studies report improved sleep architecture and reduced insomnia symptoms. RLT may support the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, the brain's circadian control center. Methods of red light therapy use. 1. Light panels. Distance 6 to 12 inches. Duration 10 to 20 minutes. Best used in the evening. 2. Handheld devices. Target neck, jaw, or tension areas. Supports relaxation and circulation. 3. Wearable technology. Red light sleep masks or circadian glasses. Convenient and passive use. 4. LED light masks. Combines skin rejuvenation with relaxation. May enhance parasympathetic activation. The skin itself can produce melatonin in response to red light, working synergistically with the pineal gland. Final note: red light therapy, pineal detox strategies, hypnosis, and neurostimulation tools are advanced optimization methods. They are not substitutes for foundational sleep habits, but when fundamentals are dialed in, they can significantly enhance sleep depth, recovery, and overall neurological performance. If you want, I can now turn this into a single audiobook chapter script, create a sleep therapy decision tree, or strip it down into a hard science only version for credibility balance.